Well, it seems we meet again here. Strange on this Tuesday night. Typically, there's a few other people here with me and not this overlay, and I'm a bunny instead of a fox. Where are we? What is happening? Just kidding, we know what's going on. It's Valentine's Day, everybody, and welcome to a very strange yet special, hopefully, edition of Duval's Gaming Journey. I am Jacob Plick. You're walking Jacob all over the internet where they allow me to be loud, and in most cases, places that they don't, because I'm a rebel without a cause, baby. I do whatever I want. Chaotic good up in here. Hope your Tuesday is well. Yeah. So, let's see. Lots to talk about here at the top of the show, if you will. Hi, Cooper. That guy, first of all. I'm sure he will be interrupting as the evening pours on. It's just seems to be part of the Duval accoutrement these days. Hello, Salem. much less loud, and just as cute. Tonight we're going to be watching the first episode of Outcast and Outclassed. If you're unfamiliar, it is the Truth of a Thousand's actual play show/podcast run so wonderfully by one Revica _ syrup of Waffles with Syrup, produced by one G_ Waffles, and I'm a cast member on that lovely show. I play Hideaki Ikolte. He's a empty sky Kasune summoner, and he's got a dragon named Overnose, and you don't. Sorry to say. But it has proven to be a very special time in my life, and I thought it would be cool to go back down memory lane, especially this particular. Did I read the tweet right? Where someone was doing shenanigans. Boy, was someone doing shenanigans. Holy smokes. Yeah. Syrup got, I guess, well, I don't know if it was the Waffle Bible account or Syrup directly. Probably the Waffle Bible account. Got an essay of upsetness from someone that has already watched 30 hours of the show, which is, I think, pretty incredible. Got an essay in the DMs about how we're not doing it right, which, you know, last I checked, we're having an incredible time and have made each other cry, laugh, and scream, which I think is what you're supposed to do. So that we had a good laugh. The cast had a great laugh about that. So whoever you are out there, thanks for the free 30 hours of your life that you're never going to get back. We really appreciate it. I just think it's amazing that you should be into the second. You should have been done. You should have been done by now. You should have been done with book 1 by now. Last I checked, we just get to tell a story that we want to, and you're along for the ride. So you don't really get to vote. Sorry to say, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. I'll put it to you this way: the analogy that I use that got a good laugh from the rest of the cast is this person. Actually, Syrup didn't give a name, and I don't really care. They apparently, according to their Twitter account, they like to do a lot of complaining about everyone, so they're not even worth the time or the energy. But in my mind, this dude is out here saying that they ate this whole steak and they want a refund, and they got the steak for free. What a fascinating situation to find yourself in. But I just think it's special. It's very internet. It's very, very internet, I must say. Well, hello, Damien. How are you this fine evening? It is great to see you. So that was a bit of the drama of the day, as per usual. Thank you for that shout out there, Jordan. Oh boy, it's the calm before the storm, because I love the dichotomy of the fact that I'm watching the beginning of an incredible show, and then tomorrow on your channel we wrap an incredible show. Oh, Hawkmere, hi buddy, a mighty Duval to you as well. If my mic let it happen, it sounded like it was okay. So yeah, it's actually been a really good day. Had a season wrap tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern time over on That's How We Roll _, which is really funny to say. Like, I had to remind myself that there's an underscore, which is always really, really funny. But also, everyone, I have a really important question for all of you, because as you can see here, we have a thing. This typically means, now, if you know me pretty well, you know that I don't open beer bottles with this. You know that I open them with my ring. That's a story for another time, though. This means that there's wine to be had. So I have three major offerings for the crew, because this bougie bitch being me, myself, and I, has a Cooper's Hawk wine membership, and so I went over there and I got a few things. First of all, I got, you can't really read it, A Cooper's Hawk Romance Red. It's a sweet wine. The best wines come from the best fruit. The grapes used to make this wine were grown by the top vineyards in the country, where growing conditions have been ideal, apparently. So there's that. So we have that as option 1. Option 2, we have an Old Faithful, which is a Cooper's Hawk Blueberry, which is quite delicious. Blueberry wine. And then, third on the docket, there's actually a fourth. Third on the docket is this fine rosé. And then fourth, because I forgot that I already had it at my desk, like again, the bougie ass bitch that I am, because this is gonna prove my ADHD. I half opened it, or I was about to open it, and then I gave up. So there's also some white sangria on the docket, which you can see right here. So, 1 through 4, what should we do today? What shall we start the evening together with as our appetizer here before jumping into this is the Outclassed. The Outcast and Outclassed. Number 3, which is the rosé. So it's 1 vote for the rosé. One vote so far. Any other takers? Any counter offers? Oh, another vote for 3. Okay. We'll give it another sec here, and then we'll go ahead and pop that open. We've already got a wine. Keep in mind that I don't drink. That's totally fine. You still get a vote. It just means that you're smarter than the rest of us. That is coffee cup can go over there. Strike now or forever hold your pieces. All right. It seems that number 3 is our WinRAR, which is really funny because it's the only one that I don't need to actually use a fucking wine opener for. That's ironic. Well, let us do the thing. See how that looks. Little pouring ASMR for you. A little blushing discovery here. Oh, that is not my favorite. But the people have spoken. So we will chill on that for a hot skippity day. Actually, just to avoid spillages, we're gonna put that over here. So anyway, before we get into Outcast and Outclassed proper, I think it might be fun to talk about how that actually, how this whole thing started. So I actually met Waffles and Syrup through our dear friend Shannon of Paradise RPG. That's Roby25 on Twitter if you don't know. Yeah, you do. I was invited to play in this murder mystery with them and Sean, also of Paradise RPG, and a few other fine folk, Patch, a bunch of people that I knew, a bunch of people that I didn't know. And I'd kind of sort of heard about Waffles and Syrup, but I had not met them yet. And it was all like, like in character and like moving around like different Discord rooms, and it was really, really fun. Like Sean's character betrayed mine. It was really super fun. Run by the fine folks at Arcade Spectacles, who were a previous sponsor of WMS actually. Fun behind the scenes trivia. And randomly, not randomly, but out of nowhere, Syrup hits me up. I actually was thinking about this earlier, because we talk all the fucking time now, and I was wondering to myself, like, when was that like first initial like message? And I'm really curious as to when that would have been, because like I'm scrolling up now and I'm only in like December and I'm still scrolling. It was so long ago. Because we've been playing together. Hey, Strike, a fine good evening to you, sir. Yeah, I'm in like October. Did you see the Mario commercial on the Superb Owl? I did not. Oh my God, you have been summoned. I was just talking about you. Actually, literally talking about both of you. Regardless of who is here. Because I'm actually trying to find out when, Jordan doing the evils. Oh yeah, please send it my way. I didn't watch. Jordan came into my DMs and was like, yeah, well, I assumed you probably had, plans this particular evening. So fair enough. Well, I'm glad you're here because I'm talking about you. And now you can be all embarrassed about it. Because Syrup sent me a wonderful, lovely message and asked me if I would be interested in some capacity in joining this Pathfinder thingy. And I was just like, I mean, I didn't read the message, but I would like to play with you. And that was kind of the start of the whole thing. And then Sarah was like, yo, like, do you know like other people that like we could play with? Preferably, this is not a direct quote, but preferably like be my POC people. And I was just like, yeah, like there's a Maria that's like really fucking awesome and stuff. For the record, I'm in July 2022 and I still don't know when the first message is. So it's a fucking way back here. But I'm probably gonna give up at this point. Hi, Cooper. Cooper's being loud now. What began as a like, hey, like let's just like do a thing together, has become one of the most special experiences in my adult life for sure. Yeah, well, and the secret is that up until fairly recently, Syrup was the only one that would get in character like bomb drops of like, yo, I'm thinking about stuff, because like Hideaki is and I are sometimes too close to together, so he will pop into mind like all the time. Like I was joking with somebody a couple of last year sometime, and I was like, do y'all ever just like accidentally like get into character and you didn't mean to? And everyone's like, no, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, yeah, me neither, sure. I don't know anything about that. No, Hideaki is he's my boy. I love him so much. What an ass. What an asshole. It just makes me laugh because it's just like, did that really come out of my mouth? Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was like the worst time to say that, and you do that every episode somehow. So it's really hard to believe that we are here 28 episodes, 29 and 30. Oh my God, 29 and 30 are happening this week. Wow, that's wild to me, which also is what made this pretty appropriate, timing wise, because we have some climactic shit happening on Thursday and Friday, and I'm really excited about it. I know a lot of folks are very nervous. I'm not, which is probably really bad and scary. Because my secret is I very rarely get nervous because I am overwhelmed with excitement, and there's just no time for that nervousness because it's all just adrenaline energy. Yeah, hey Paizo, pay us. Someone clip that and send that and tweet at them. Yeah, I said it. You have my full permission. Pay us. I realize context-wise, they're probably talking about like, what's the amphitheater? So I'll retake. Take two. Hey, Paizo. Hi, Jacob Blick here. Be walking Jacob on the internet. You know me. That plays Hideaki and Kolta on the award-winning Outcast and Outclassed over on twitch.tv/waffle maple syrup. Pay us. Thanks. And C. So now you can pass. There you go. Now that's ready for Inwilling and Enable. So yeah, I'm it's so funny to me because like this stream idea has made me really emotional today. If I say you should be nervous, I know you won't be, so I'll say instead, no, I'm sure you'll all be fine. Yeah, neither of those will work for me. Will work on me anyway. Come what may, bitches. Like I said, if we TPK on Thursday, we'll just have a lovely funeral in real life of our characters or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Friday will be a wild time if that happens. But I will say, here's my expectations are to be surprised at the formidable opponent that we're up against, and then in true TTRPG fashion, we win anyway because something batshit happens, and we roll terribly or well or both. Because I will say the most frightened I was. And thank fuck Star was the goddamn MVP, was the centipede fight, which was scary. Which is so funny to me because the Kirschkin fight I think was arguably more dangerous, and we were blindsided in both of those things. I feel like we're ready though. We're not as players. We're ready. As characters, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, but that's episode 29 and 30, and we're watching episode 1. I was thinking about it the other day because I was watching the little trailer that is the beginning of the YouTube playlist, and it's really interesting to think about. Like, that's longer than a year ago, and I want to say that's in October, I think. Because I remember that I was out of town for episode 1. I was actually in Seattle, and I sent a picture to the rest of the cast. Like, I had to essentially stack books and like an adapter on top of, like, to set a camera at the right angle with my mic and like on like a coffee table, and like I'm sitting like upward in like a recliner just to make shit work in like the Airbnb that I was staying at in downtown Seattle. So it was something else, that's for sure. But anyway, I kind of want to get started. So here's a question, because like, should we just like start it, or should we watch the little "We'll see you in class" trailer that like Waffle says all cute and stuff? Should we do that first? Okay. Well then, you'll say both. I give you both. Oh nope, that's the wrong screen. Nah, it's in the first episode anyway. What is it though? I thought we'd go right into it. Cause like the beginning of the first episode is the intro. We do the intro first. Yeah. Okay. Jeez. Know your own channel, jeez. All right, we're watching the trailer. Here we go.
We'll see you in class.
Let me know if that might be not loud enough. Yeah, so cute. Look at it. Uh-oh. I know, right? Oh, the beginnings. Can I tell you a secret? My ego felt so good having like being first, even though it's all like alphabetical. I was just like, oh, yay! So silly. Oops, I made a boo-boo. Hold on. There we go. Oh, Talyata, the sojourning song, my dear. What are we going to do with you? Isn't Star just like the cutest? Ugh. Gorgeous, darling. You're gorgeous. Oh, waffles. Just the fucking bee's knees, cat's pajamas. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. And then, syrup's okay. Syrup, you're so cute. No, come back.
Let us begin.
I love you. Google how to ban streamer from streamer.
I will take vengeance on you.
Hold on. Okie dokie. Now we'll get into it. Let's go. I mean, we can watch the intro again. It's really pretty. If you really want me to skip it, you tell me, but. Oh, logo again. I don't know what it is. Though don't get me wrong, I'm excited for like book 2 and all like the new things and stuff, but like this intro just like literally always makes my heart lift. Like the song, like everything, it just makes my heart lift every time. Syrup's gonna get me, man. It's coming for me, y'all. Oh no, maybe she actually left. Add some HP. Oh, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Bring it on. Bring it on. I will have words before this ghost kills me. I will have many, many words. Oh yeah? Well, now that you killed me, you'll kill 2 of us. So thanks, I guess. Look at you. Buy one, get one free. Okay, here we go. Bi-weekly Thursdays at 8 p.m.
Welcome. All right. Let us begin.
I've been warned.
Old Mage Jatembe was the most powerful man in the world. Wherever he went, he spread hope and light to the people around him. All of the good things in the world were awed by Jatembe and came to give him secrets. All of the foul creatures declared war on him, but Jatembe stole their magic and banished them. In this way, Jatembe turned a world of ash into the beautiful land we have today. Filled with fish and animals, grains and palm trees, sweet yams and red soil. The foul beasts wailed at their realms of ash and terror being transformed into rich and wonderful lands, but they all feared Jatembe. One day, a creeping bad luck spirit inched forth from the grass. It was too young and foolish to know its limits and thought, I will take vengeance on Jatembe and laugh at his misery. The spirit crawled into the nearby village and asked where Jatembe was.
I remember.
But no one could answer. It asked them where the riches of Jatembe were, but people said they knew of none. It asked where the spouses of Jatembe were, but the people could not name anyone he had married. It asked where the weapons of Jatembe were, but the old mage's greatest weapon had always been the knowledge he kept.
For some reason, it was really hot in the condo that I was in.
Frustrated, the little spirit demanded, what manner of great man can this Jatembe be if he has no riches, no wives, no husbands, no weapons, nor any children?
Really quick commentary pause. I was studying my character sheet because I was like, I don't know anything about anything. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yet Jatembe had many children. The people answered as they showed the spirit the great city of Natambu, where thousands and thousands of students learned, worked, and helped each other by Jatembe's words. The little spirit decided that if it couldn't have vengeance on Jatembe, it would do so upon his children. The spirit listened until it found a voice that told it how to get inside. Following the voice, it crept into the city through the tiny cracks in the building's walls, so small that even an ant would have to squeeze. But Jatembe's students caught the spirit and tossed it out, like a harmless grass snake. The spirit became terribly angry at its treatment, but could do nothing on its own. And so it sought out others like itself to creep back inside and strike, using the distractions of a celebration.
I really should have listened to this.
Welcome, my friends, to Book 1 of Strength of Thousands, Kindled Magic.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Super amped.
Let's go. All right.
Oh, this is the
Let me
first
know
time we
if you
heard this music, and now it's just like
I do,
iconic.
and I'm so happy!
Maria.
We're not excited for this at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. Really,
Cursing
really depressed,
episodes.
actually.
Okay. All right.
Humble beginnings.
I have to stop bouncing because that's not
I
my
can't.
character. I have to get in my character, you know? But
I know, it's like,
it's like, stop smiling,
Yeah.
stop bouncing.
God, I've already have hero points.
Remind me
and
to tell you
don't know
how
if
I
missed
discovered
any. We'll find out.
Hideaki's voice.
Okay. Now, far in the northeast of Natanbu, we come to a stretch of desert. Through this desert, we fly until we find ourselves coming to rest at the entrance of a cave. As we enter the cave, we
Fucking
see a figure.
caves.
As the light adjusts, we see it's a dark-skinned woman with a dirty face lit by a dim neon blue light. We watch her work for a moment, brushing back sweaty dark brown hair with blue streaks from her forehead. Finally, she gives a grunt of approval, and we hear the sound of metal closing on itself. As she steps back, we get a better
They're
view
really
of
good.
what she was working on. It's a humanoid figure, sitting in a chair. Waffles, do you want to describe what your character looks like?
Let's go!
You guys see Arc 2, a male-looking humanoid figure, has spiky blue hair, much like myself, much like the character
Really good dye
artist
job.
that made by the Amazing Nox. He's about average height, 5'9", and he has light brown skin, and then these neon blue, like almost circuitry slash, what you could say like magical liquid going through them, and he has these bright shining blue eyes, and anytime anyone sees him, including now, like even when part of his neck pops
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
you see almost no
Just thinking
emotion
about it made
on
me
his face.
emotional.
All right, Tark 2. She says you should be prepared for the school now, after all this work.
I cannot do poorly.
Don't be cocky. You have a lot to learn. I uploaded some additional languages on the off chance it's relevant. I don't know what they'll teach you there, but I will have you prepared.
I do appreciate everything
Wait,
that
wait,
you
what?
do for me.
This is not-
Jessica. I will assure you they will not go to waste.
Go,
Now
gather
we
your
hate
things.
them.
She motions for you to gather them. The rather cave that you're in seems to be spaced out into two sections. One half of it is a workshop, tools and tables just everywhere lining the walls. And then the other, you know well, is a simple bed, bookshelf, and desk. Living quarters.
You see him beginning to gather his things right when he's told, basically.
She turns and kind of just like walks out towards the entrance of the cave.
Never forget syrup.
And she's looking at
Hideaki
him
with
like,
a
if you
Y.
don't leave now, you'll make poor time. And she sounds impartial, but as you're grabbing your stuff, you can kind of see her watching you out of the corner of your eye. You have the letter of sponsorship.
This was
the
such a
map
good
I
idea.
made you?
Yes, I would not forget something like that.
Okay. And as you kind of start walking out, she's looking out at the sky and watching the clouds as you pass by her at the cave entrance. And there's this moment where you're like not sure if you should say goodbye or just kind of like walk out. And before you can do anything, you just see this flash of movement. Boom, you're flat on the ground. And Iska is standing above you with a pole arm you didn't even see her have pointed at your throat. And she just gives you this disapproving look. I cannot do poorly. She mocks what you were talking about earlier. You mean your reflexes will do poorly? You're better than that, Arc 2. And she just kind of stands up and she walks back into the cave, leaving you.
I have goosebumps
to
right now
dust yourself off
about how much I
and
hate her.
begin your trek through the desert with those last words. You're better than that, Arc 2, ringing in your ears.
Oh, man.
He says nothing in return, gets up, dusts himself off, and heads out.
Oh, boy.
The camera pans out, and we fly even further north, crossing the inner sea until we reach a small village. There is newer construction here, being built up from a foundation of older, well-worn houses. This would seem to any outsider visiting that it's a prosperous village.
In fact, for 5 seconds, I thought this was me.
But as we slow and walk through the packed dirt,
it wasn't.
We stop in front of a home. A torn black fabric has been pinned to the threshold as we enter the dimly lit interior. On a table in the middle of the room is a body wrapped in its burial shroud. By it, a teary-eyed woman finishing placing incense around the departed. Star, what does your character look like?
RFA is a very pale, very muted colored female fetchling. Her white hair is pulled back into dual braids in the back of her head, which go down into a reverse ombre into a dark black at the bottom.
What? You said what?
Thinly built, tall at 5'9".
What did you say, Star? I don't know what words those are.
The thing that kind of stands out the most, she does have a birthmark on her chest that is the symbol of Pharasma.
The one I see right there.
Yay!
And so as you're there finishing up with the incense, an elderly man comes into the room behind you and places a hand on your shoulder, looking over the death altar before you. Now, you did your best, Arafe.
I couldn't save her. She was so sick.
There are some illnesses that will take us all, Arafe. Infar replies to you kindly.
I could have fixed that once, couldn't I?
Yes.
Oh,
Smiles.
what a callback that is. Oh my god. This is too much. I know too much.
6 months. I hoped something, or all of it at least, would return by now.
These things take time. It will return to you. But if you wish, we can try a different tactic. And Infar pulls out a letter from his pocket that carries the insignia of the Magambia and hands it over to you. The village has come together to sponsor your education, child. I am sure this will help you regrow your talent. And in turn, you can return to us, stronger than ever.
Or if I need to compare notes on that still.
He gestures to the door, away from the dead that lays behind you, to the light spilling into the room from the open doorway. People will come far and wide for your talents, my dear. And you can hear the smile and pride in his voice as you glance back at the body, a little bit worried. Maybe this school will hold the answers that you're seeking.
Nope, definitely not. Hi, Maria.
Pulling away
dear.
From
Welcome
this
to the
small
emotional
village,
damage
we fly
from a
back
year and a half ago.
southwest. Closer again to our dear magic school.
Your timing could not have been better.
Here we wind down through the trees until we find a wide dirt road. We follow it a ways,
It's unreal how
winding,
badly we had no idea
traveling,
what was to come.
until we come across a caravan parked alongside the road. There are all sorts of people busying about, setting out their last preparations for the day. We pass a tall elf deftly ducking underneath a long pole being carried by 2 hobgoblins. A small Leshy happily feeding leftover breakfast scraps to some hyenas.
Oh, wow, we met Lushy's way earlier than we
continue
thought.
up the chain of wagons to
Yes,
one with
yes, it is,
brightly
Maria. Yes,
painted
it
letters
is.
across the side.
Your timing was really good.
Sojourning Song, traveling circus of wonder and merriment. The tarp gives way as we enter to catfolk who seems to be almost done packing. Maria, what does your character look like?
So Tao is an anthropomorphic cat person. At their highest, they're about 5.5 feet tall, although they typically have a tendency to slouch just a little bit. They
Not anymore, they
have a light, creamy tan fur, rather large, fluffy ears. They have some darker stripes that kind of accent around their eyes and on their limbs.
And definitely not tattoos on their arms.
Besides their rather colorful dress and accessories are their eyes, which are 2 different colors. Well, each of them are 2 different colors, split down the middle. So each half is a different color. Yeah. But they have all sorts of baubles and feathers and trinkets attached to them, their clothing, everything. Very shiny.
Possible.
Any way possible, it's affixed to their person.
And as you finish packing, you remember that your grandmother asked you to see her. And so as you step out of this wagon, you hear your parents chatting away with your brother. Just kind of like over there. And he spots you as you pass, and he's giving you like a smile and an encouraging wink before turning back to his conversation. You continue on to your grandmother's wagon. As you approach, though, you hear a quiet conversation, and you pause as to not interrupt. Unfortunately, you can't help but recognize your uncle's voice, as its heated tones carry through loud and clear. Really? You don't think it's weird that one night she just comes out of the woods and presto, her talents have grown? You actually going to send her off and encourage this? Calm now, Tyrion.
This is so difficult to see after the circus.
You know this, Tony. It encourages no debate.
Amazing.
She has always had talent. You know this. And more than anything, I will be trusted to see to the safety of my family and my troop. A formal education will do wonders for her, you'll see. There's like a...
Yeah, I met her patron. It's fine. I think it's totally cool.
Before a frustrated Tyrion strides out of the wagon and almost directly into you. He narrows his eyes at you. And you know he's about to say something, but he just huffs and walks back down the line of wagons. Come on in, Tal. Your grandmother's voice calls out. Simply knowing you're there, as she always did. And as you enter, you see the comforting face of an old catfolk, Olu of the Sojourning Song. Your grandmother and matriarch of the Sojourning Song circle. All packed, dear?
I suppose so. And Tal will put the rather large bag down by the entryway of the...
Unsure even back then.
Damn. Is everything okay?
Yes, dear. Good. Everything is wonderful, and I'm so glad. Anyways, today's the day. Now, before I forget, here, take this letter of introduction. And I already sent word ahead and made sure they'll be ready for it.
Okay. It's just that, I couldn't help overhearing what you were saying, and Are you sure this is a good idea?
Her face
Watching this
turns a little
tonight was
bit
a
more
really good
serious,
idea.
and she kind of leans back, takes a deep breath. Yes, sweetheart, although it was a long time ago, I went to school once. It was the start of a nice, formal education. I learned a lot of what I know there. And she trails off, and it's plain it's a bittersweet memory.
I I don't I don't you said I didn't think that you went to when did you go to school?
She waves a paw in dismissal. She's like, unimportant, dear. What is important is you. So listen to me
It's a
carefully.
fine question, Maria.
And she
It's a
leans forward
fine
and locks
question
her eyes
indeed.
with you. That day in the woods, learn what you can about them, my dear. Perhaps you can succeed where I have failed.
GMing, Sarah.
And there's a moment where the
It
gravity
happens.
of her words just weighs on you. But before the flood of questions can pass your lips, she leans back and just cracks another smile. But also, don't forget to have fun. I bet you'll be full of ideas to add to the big tent. Now, I won't keep you any longer.
Yeah,
Off you
fun.
pop.
So much fun.
And
Fun.
so abruptly shoot off, you turn to face a new, unfamiliar path ahead of you. Finally,
And now I will try not to cry.
the camera sails to the east. Here we enter a forest and find ourselves amongst a bustling treetop village full of brightly dressed kitsune. Some are hard at work gardening, weaving, woodworking. Others are gathered
How
in
dare
groups
you
of
come for
deep
me, Maria.
discussion, chatting, debating. However, as evening falls, we find ourselves in front of a distinguished building, larger than those around it, built into the treetop. As a final group of elderly kitsune leave a study, sliding the door shut behind them, their eyes flicker to the young kitsune waiting nervously in the next room over.
Bunch of dicks.
Duval, what does your character look like?
So Hideaki is a hair above 6 feet tall, covered in long orange and black fur. The orange kind of surrounding the outsides, black around the middle of his face, almost like a mask. And he's got these azure blue eyes, but what's different is somewhere near in the pupil, there's this glow of golden coming from him. And it's seemingly like almost like it's flashing like an ember, kind of up and down. He's also wearing an outer robe of red, yellow, and green, which matches the primary colors of his village, with a matching quarterstaff of red, yellow, and green. Why am I tearing up at this? And he's also underneath has this sort of a brownish gray, kind of what looks to be, at least from the outside,
It's the wine.
neck,
It's definitely the wine.
with a silvery blue sort of smock kind of coming out from his middle.
So as these kind of elderly kitsune leave that study, they whisper quietly to themselves as they make their exit. The chief's son. Poor man doesn't deserve a break, doesn't he? I wonder what it means for the village. You know what they're referring to. The choosing ceremony was
Bunch of cucks.
all of 2 weeks ago, and it's not like you asked for this to happen. Calm. An odd double voice says, confident, soothing. It sounds both in your head and to your right, and you still haven't quite gotten used to that. You turn to see a medium-sized copper dragon curled on the floor next to you, lifting his head to look at you. Their idle gossip does not concern us. Come now, it is time.
Are we? Are we sure? Like, there's no going back after this. Once, I mean, this is it, right? Are we sure this is the right call to make?
Yeah, about a year and a half. I think October.
We have made our decision. and the calm double voice of your Eidolon, Overnosa.
By the way, your
reminds
Overnosa voice is like just the
Look
perfect
within yourself.
match
You
to
know what
Hideaki's.
paths
I
lay
don't think I've ever
branching
told you
forward.
that, but it is.
You are strong, or I would not have chosen you. Do you have the courage to pursue our future?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. That's okay. Yeah, we got this. Let's go.
Standing a little straighter,
The
looking
difference a year
towards
and a
your
half
father's
makes.
study, you approach. And you pull out the letter that your mother had given you the day prior.
Oh,
With a
Mom,
knock,
you
your
beautiful
father's
enabler.
voice rings out. Enter.
That was such a great reveal, by the way.
And when you enter, you see your father's eyes flicker to the dragon beside you. His brow furrows as he rubs the side of his muzzle. What do you want now, Hideaki?
Dude, for real. Mm-hmm.
Well, it's hey father, it's time. I'm headed out in the morning.
Your what?
Yeah.
Your
yeah.
father's eyes glance between you and the dragon, like incredulous.
God, the difference between this conversation and their second
You
conversation.
think you can just take him and leave? You have a responsibility, Hideaki. You must take this seriously, not run away from your problems.
Oh man.
We are not running away.
What great
The
foreshadowing.
firm voice of the dragon enters only your
It's like
head.
we wrote it or something.
We will
Oh
grow
my
stronger
God, it's
for this.
He's right. We're right. And besides, you don't want to teach me anything. I've learned everything I can here. And
There's that rebelliousness.
if anything, now I'm no longer a
That's the
problem for
beginning.
you.
And
Oh
you
my
see him kind of like take a second to process, like
So good.
we're right because he didn't hear anything from the dragon. And he's just kind of at a loss for words. Slowly he sits back down behind his desk and looks over his papers.
Nearly at a loss for words, honestly.
And he's not looking at you, and he's just like, "You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Just need to cause more trouble, like this wasn't enough." He gestures to the dragon. "Fine, go. Let this school deal with your unending questions for once."
There's the cut.
And with the bitter words being about as much approval as you can hope for, you head out of the study. You have some packing to do.
I do. And as I open the door,
Last word.
I'll spin around and just say, "Love you too," and slam the door.
Let's fucking go, kid. Oh, he
there-
sucks so bad, Maria.
At the very least, where they were. Now, each
yeah.
of these heroes
As always.
has
all
a journey
complicated.
in front of them. But where we meet them and where they cross paths for the first time is within the city.
4 wandering
town.
destinies.
Let's take us back to this others, because I liked it. Yes. Excellent.
Wow, that was as amazing as I remembered.
It is through the winding streets of
Oh,
Matambu that you each make your way
That was
up
amazing.
and into the Magambia.
Everybody crushed it.
The Magambia has a beautiful campus with massive mosaics of Jatembe's 10 magic warriors overlooking the school's terraced gardens and the surrounding city of Matambu.
This orientation is going to be so
is a
jarring
beautiful
considering where we are emotionally
Only
now.
slightly spoiled at the moment by a powerful rainstorm. For those of you that have been in the city, there it is.
For those of you that don't know anything about
For
rainstorms,
those of you that have been in the city
Waffles
a little bit longer,
crushing it on the ones and twos
you
as
know
always.
that it is the rainy season here. And this is about what you're going to be expecting
Fuck,
for a
this
while
is so
now.
fun. I should have done this so long ago.
All right. You have each arrived. You have each
Thank you for
secured
all of you for
your
joining me.
sponsorship into the academy through various means. And know that today is your first day of your perk.
Yeah, quick
visit.
vibe check.
That's a period of public service that usually lasts a year. That entitles the new initiates to the Magambia to
Ooh,
attend class, review
trivia.
receive school housing and stipends. Like, this is your first year, and to go to the school, you have to give back as well. That's how the Magambia work.
Give
You
back
each
what? Our
duck out
lives?
of the rain under an archway, like entrance to one of the many entrances into the Gambia, just to get out of the rain, and you see a handful of unfamiliar faces gathered there as well. You're all there.
Yeah, I'll start off. Arc 2 is likely kind of off with themselves, just has the introduction letter out.
Oh man, I remember this so vividly. All I was thinking was first impressions.
Back in whatever corner that is at least 6 to 10 feet away from everybody.
Tal is standing in the center of some space, looking up, mouth agape, eyes wide.
It was really cute.
Circle, like those stereotypical tourist shots in New York City.
Thanks for spending Valentine's Day with me, you guys.
It just has a huge grin on their face. Huge grin. They also have a small furry companion
last time
that's
Maria
crawled
that Tal's had a grin on
their
their
back
face?
and is sitting on their shoulder now. It's a little white ferret.
Heavy.
That has like completely black eyes except for like this speckle of kind of sparkly white, kind of dispersed throughout, kind of like a star field. Little tufts of blue on the ears and the feet and the 3 tails that it has.
Fucking Nim. You fucking
And
traitor.
I think Tal looks up and he says,
"Nah, not really."
I've never seen anything like it.
Well, we
Just kind of is lost, oblivious to anyone else.
revealed. That is incredible.
Hideaki's kind of seemingly murmuring to himself. Should we go talk to people? Should we?
Dude, who
just
is this?
read?
I don't know
Should
this
we-
Hideaki at all.
I mean, we've never been here before, and then kind of realizing by accident that their volume just went up from a murmur. Ah, shit. Yes, you're kind of looking over to Tal. It's your first time too?
Oh yes, I've never been here before. Hello, and she'll walk forward and kind of like very quickly, like kind of bow slightly, and then hold out a paw.
So weird.
I'm Taliatia. You can call me Tal though.
Oh, Tal. I'm Hideaki. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Nim.
I forgot they were the first two to say hi.
Oh, cool. I think I have something to show you.
Boom.
But I don't know if it's gonna scare everybody. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
And so I'm gonna manifest my Eidolon.
Boom.
Absolutely. And just Arafe,
First impressions
are you there
are
yet, or are
everything.
you coming in a little later?
I imagine
Who is this?
Arafe is one of those that's taking a little extra time walking in the rain, especially just like trying to help a little child like get out of the rain as well. Like, you're gonna get sick. You need to stand in here for a little while, dry off a little, and then run home really fast. Okay? Okay.
Okay. And like he's looking at you a little strangely because this is normal for
Where's
him.
this kid
This
at?
is his day to day. It's
Where's
always
this kid go?
raining.
Yeah, facts. Yep.
And I would say
Totally.
that you kind of probably are
Absolutely
walking
obnoxious.
through the rain. You see the archway. You're not there yet. It's like just a little bit away when Hideaki, you manifest your Eidolon. And
Chaos.
when it's not manifested, what color are your
Fantastic.
eyes?
So when it's not manifested, they're the standard azure blue.
Oh, I forgot this was just a
And
reveal.
then there's a small like almost like rusty copper looking like kind of shockwave, and almost like out from his chest appears over Noza. This kind of spins around his form and has indeed
Words.
And then Arc, you rereading, but this movement
so glad we're
and
watching
this
this
light
for Thursday.
definitely catches your attention as there amongst the three of you and soon to be four, there is a medium, like kind of like your size, copper dragon.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure.
You see them kind of.
Yeah, just a
jump
dragon.
to
Yeah,
their
sure.
feet.
Totally fine, yeah.
As if like a monster had been summoned
Oh,
in
Waffles,
the middle of a
I
crowd
love
or
you.
something, and then they gauge the reactions to everyone. Probably 3 to 4 seconds slower than most people would gauge reactions, and then they just pull out a book from their hip pouch and begin writing something down.
Oh, what the fuck did you write down, Waffles?
Tal has.
Fuck.
Their,
We still don't know what you wrote. What did you write down?
Wider, and the smile has gotten bigger, and didn't flinch at all watching all of this happen. But they'll like clap, and then like kind of stoop down a little bit to just look at like face to face with this dragon.
What did they write?
Don't worry, he won't eat anyone. He won't eat anyone. It's fine.
Erica, you.
Oh my god, Maria! From the context of a circus,
As a-
it just really isn't a big deal, is it?
Is that a dragon?
It's pretty outstanding, actually.
He's beautiful, isn't he?
He is very pretty.
Indeed, he is. The voice comes.
This amazing
from
level of
a
awkwardness
human
is
man
like just
coming from
fucking
the other side
incredible
of where you
to
just
witness.
came from, Arafe. The human man with colorful clothing, warm eyes, meets you under this little archway.
Oh
out of
boy,
the ground.
here comes this fucking guy, eh?
It's clear that this guy is a teacher. And he speaks with a gentle, soothing timbre, which I don't have.
I forgot about that. My teacher had voice.
You know, user
404 not fast.
ASMR.
No imagination in my tabletop RPGs. No, thank you. Only real.
No. Waffles is right. I'm gonna ASMR this shit. All right.
There you go.
Welcome and a kind hello. No, I can't keep that up. All right. Welcome and a kind hello, new students. It is my pleasure to instruct you. And he does not bat an eye at this eidolon of yours. You may call me Teacher Ott. You are embarking now on a life study and service. We see within you intellect. He glances at each of you. Passion and judgment. In short, the virtues to build upon the strengths of the thousands
Didn't
who
help
come
the
before
way
you.
that he wanted.
We follow the footsteps of old mage Jatembe, who showed us that the price of magic is the responsibility to better the world. And like you can tell that he
Also authority.
that is his spiel. That to the newcomers always. And he just kind of comes and smiles at you, and he's just no. I hope you all
Wait,
are
did you write that before I said it? That's
arrived
really funny.
safely. I'm sure you're excited to start your day, but it is customary to go through our
I
orientation.
know it was a combination of that and just a
Does anybody need
level
anything
of like
before we begin?
what you're doing is not good enough.
He does not look like he's planning to move. Like this is where he's gonna have it.
He definitely raises his hand.
Yes.
Is your particular orientation on a scale of 1 to 10, boring being 1, super exciting being 10? Where would you find it at?
The orientation.
Oh my god.
You are about to go through.
My own character is making
Just
me
so I can
cringe.
set my expectations.
Yes, of course. I
Fuck me.
believe it is going to be what you make of it, but I always like a little
What a
excitement.
problem statement that was.
Of a non-answer, but I appreciate it anyway.
Totally
You'll
was.
find a lot of that here. You can make your own answer.
Hold on, stop.
Why
We
not
had to-
at the end.
Oof. Hold on. Just time out for a second. Yeah, you'll find a lot of that there. Boy, is that like the through thread of 28 episodes? You'll find a lot of non-answers here. God damn it.
You tell me how you would rate it, and I will know for future orientations.
I do
Right.
need to
I
do
think
that.
I read that in a book called somewhere. It's called Feedback.
Yes, indeed. Come. Let us all first introduce ourselves. As I mentioned, I am a teacher, and as you have
Indeed.
already made yourself known with your eidolon, I believe. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, yeah. My name's Hideaki, and this is Overnoza. And
Pleasure.
really excited to learn and maybe teach a little too. Maybe
Ooh,
I don't
boy.
know.
Wow.
Oh,
I forgot
nice.
that was there
Absolutely.
from the fucking beginning.
Tal definitely waves at your dragon.
Which makes his first name being, if I ever reference it and you don't know, is Takulu. So
Cool.
Takulu looks at you, Tal.
Oh, hello. My name is Taliatia. But you can call me Tal if you want. This is very exciting. uh, um, what do we do during orientation, though?
Oh, yes, I promised to get to that, but I just wanted to have everybody's name and introduce ourselves first. I promise all your questions will be answered. All your answers will be questions. Don't you know?
Actually, that's pretty. Yeah, that's been our experience for sure.
Yeah, basically.
Is this Jeopardy or something?
Yeah, I need all your answers in the form of questions, please.
What is the fuck?
Perfect. And he looks over at you.
Maria, imagine.
Airfreight
Just
Soka.
imagine.
I am just very excited that you allowed me to come to this school to learn.
We'd be in book 3 by now,
so that
huh?
I can be of more
Imagine.
service.
Technical sequences, we're good. My dear, it is us that are honored to have you, your talents, and I am sure what you will grow here will be a contribution. As you know, we both learn and
Imagine not
contribute
realizing
as
that
a
these
job.
small moments are what make these characters
Just
characters.
looking by those around me, I think there's quite a lot to learn from them as well.
Yes, sir. Actually, if you would be a GM badass if you had
Absolutely.
skipped right
That
to
is a
like
wonderful answer.
after the orientation. Ugh.
And you? And he kind of looked. Are you? Did you ever step forward? Or are you kind of just still back there?
Ark is probably moseyed up to about 4 feet away from everyone now, but still kind of hanging back so he has everybody in his field of vision.
And you?
And me what?
What would you like?
Oh
to
my
do?
God, it's Ali, you guys. Hello, Lee. Welcome, welcome.
Ark?
You've joined us during orientation.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello, greetings.
God, the amount of foreshadowing in this first episode
takes
by
the time to
accident is
literally
just
turn both of his shoulders to each other and does,
overwhelming.
like a mini little nod bow.
It's incredible. Oh my boy, it is wonderful to see you. Can't wait to hang out tomorrow.
Flip the page.
I'm working with limited space here. I'm right. Got a big microphone here. Yeah.
Like
I'm like my hands are
Hey.
either behind or.
Hey, and guess
like
what,
any
Syrup?
good
You
school
fixed that.
teacher, You just gotta take the time, flip the page. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turn to page 221, class.
394.
So we have.
I didn't realize that was a Snape reference
asked
at the time.
Our
It
first
totally
question.
is.
Welcome. We have started our orientation. Now, with the introduction
Can you hear that
of
noise? It's a Cooper.
your names, I would like to ask one further question. Who are you?
Oh, yes. I wonder how much of this fits now.
Like there's a very visceral physical reaction by Hideaki.
Is he repulsed? Is he confused?
He was not like, it was like this was step 1, and then step 5. we skipped a few levels.
Yeah, we went right into it.
Right into it.
Yeah.
I think
I
the
better.
I think the question going completely over Ark's head.
Yeah.
He'll take another step forward, about 3 feet within everyone.
I still think that's something that Hideaki still struggles with,
I believe we already answered that
including
question. I am Ark.
last episode.
That is one answer.
This
to
is a really
a
fun
question
flaw.
like that. Can you perhaps think of another answer?
I will attempt to. You see him just begin like pondering the question.
It's also
I'm
really
thinking the
interesting
lights start kind of,
timing-wise
like,
because like
moving a little bit intense.
We've only
Yeah,
been playing
yeah.
these
CPU
characters
processing.
Yep.
publicly for 40 fucking minutes.
And he's not calling anybody out. Anybody can kind of answer as they are willing.
Yeah. Hideaki kind of like takes like
As always,
a
Hideaki
pause
says something
to
first.
like look over at Overnoser for a second, and then just says, well, I'm a representation of my village. I've been chosen, which is why Overnoser is here, and I am in the pursuit of greater
so
knowledge
jarring now.
and know-how, and because I've read all the books at my village and I ran out.
I love him. I love him so much. You're struggling to get in and start in the
That's
mindset of the
amazing.
character when you're in so many games.
Your search.
No,
for
I
knowledge?
don't. Because
I think that's an aspect of it.
there are lanes
That is
for
very
them
valid.
from in my mind, and so it's sort of
He
just
pot.
a hop in. It's like Thursday is a Hideaki
Is-
day.
Arafay
You
looks
are-
very
Wednesday is a
like,
Kodotar
he's
day.
very confused by this question.
And he sees this and he kind of raises a hand. That is all right. I
But I'm also really spoiled
may have asked
because
a
I
lot
also have really good
in that
GMs.
first one. You do not need to answer. You may ponder it. That is all right. Perhaps we'll move on to
Fuck pondering. Hideaki's like done.
something a little bit more.
But I hear you,
Tangible.
Syrup. I do.
We'll kind of interrupt at this
We were
point,
ready.
if that's okay.
Sort of.
And,
Yeah.
just kind of missing the whole tone of the situation and say,
Oh, R2.
I believe I can answer much like Hideaki and their companion did. I was built to come here, and now I am here.
Step 1. Step 2.
Is that all that you believe you are?
God, what a question to think about now, a year and a half later.
He takes that answer with a smile and a nod. All right, now, as I see this question was a little much to ask of you first, I do want to encourage
Yeah, it was.
you that there are no wrong answers. And I am here to see how you process, how you consider and approach the challenges that I am going to bring to you. Now, he procures
that
a
was a
candle.
Challenge for me as a player of just like,
Can you light this candle?
we spend a lot of
without
time
flint
in the
or
AP outside of class with the assumption that we're doing
Everybody pulls
Arafay
out
class stuff in many cases. And so there's a kind of a disconnect
What did I
in many
prepare
ways.
today?
Arafay actually steps
Which is why I
forward
would
and goes,
message
"One does not
Syrup
need
at 2 a.m. How about
a candle,"
Hideaki?
and she'll just put her hands out,
That's actually not
and
even
4
true.
globes will
It's just 'cause
appear
I wanted
around
to.
her, and then she herself will start to glow slightly.
Oh,
Go. One does not need candles.
now that is a suitable alternative.
But to sort of further answer your
However,
question,
this
Lee, it's like a
candle
light
is
switch for me. It's just like a
Does anyone have
On.
any other
type situation. At least that's what works.
possibilities? And ask questions too, like out of character, like if you want to look around you.
That's a hypocrite.
What you can find, things like that.
That's, I think, why
there
Hideaki
any fire
would
nearby?
challenge the shit out of him.
Fire.
At least that's what he thinks,
Like
anyway.
torches,
No.
Or
like
thought
sconces or anything
then.
like that.
Right, no, because it is daytime, but it's just raining everywhere, and you're not kind of near any inside buildings right now, so you're kind of like in the immediate vicinity. where
Hideaki
you can,
thought
like, run
that
and come back,
Sekulu
you don't
Ott was a
spot any-
hypocrite.
Any fire?
And a liar.
I'm looking stuff up.
Arafay is going to lean over to Hideaki.
This is why he kept poking the bear for 7 months, 8 months.
Yeah, I was having to think about that for a second. I've actually never tried it out yet. Yeah, actually. But how many people aside from us, are around us at this point? Within,
while
say,
you do
30 feet.
Which is funny considering their relationship now.
while so you've been here for
Plus or
long
minus,
enough that
exactly.
like on the occasion like there's like a because you're in one of the archways which is the entrance to the Magambia campus, and actually on Roll20 if you guys take a look you have like an overhead view of these sort of like circular terraced view of where the Magambia is. So like you're kind of like on one of those paths, and occasionally someone has been walking by, and from further away you do see kind of like students running to and from, ducking from the rain. In your immediate 30-foot radius there is currently around.
Okay. So
Though Teacher Ott is holding the candle.
that is a very good point. So
That
I'll
that was the moment I
look
almost
over
killed
Nosa for
Teacher.
about 2 or 3 seconds. So yes, but I need you to be away from the candle.
Certainly. Would you like it? And we'll hand it to you.
Yeah, sure. And then I'll put it down on the ground.
Yeah.
And
This is gonna be good.
and I'll kind of wait, put my hands out, kind of like so. All right, Overnosa, let's show them what we're about. And I'll have Overnosa breath weapon.
Ooh,
A candle.
all right. And can he do that unlimited times?
If that
a day?
isn't a
Oh, well, let's see.
Hideaki-ism,
Because I
don't
don't
know
know the
what
answer
is.
to
There
that.
won't be a candle after this.
Right. Hey,
as a wise
Something
cat
will
folk
be on
said,
fire,
you can,
okay?
yes,
sometime
I can,
a year
I can
later.
do it once per hour.
I would like to remind you that we're in a tree.
Overnosa, who had been kind of just like settled down.
What
like,
a great
just,
callback.
like a lazy cat, honestly.
Right.
He kind of like,
So fun.
certainly. And he says it out loud. All of you here say this. And he
I'd like
stands
to remind
up
you, we're in a
and
tree. Never mind. So
gives you
good.
this look and goes,
You live in a tree,
"It's a little
Hideaki.
overkill." And then he just turns in breath weapons. So yeah. So how much damage does the breath
D6.
weapon do?
Well, that's appropriate. It's a D6 of fire damage, and I rolled a 1.
Yes.
Okay, so
fucking
Overnosa is
amazing.
feeling
He knows.
Like a
yeah, he's feeling a little
spit
show
on it.
offy actually right now, you know? I got this. And he like
God.
purses his lips and just lets out like a jet.
That's the one thing that
Now,
that I've always
top
said about
half of the
Hideaki.
candle
At
is
least
definitely
he's
like
fucking
gone,
consistent.
but
Right.
there is a little bit of melty
He's an
wax
ass.
candle left with a lit
He's a liar.
flame.
He's really funny.
Takalu kind of who had stepped back into the rain.
Somewhere in
comes
him,
back
he is this
in
dude.
and is just like excellently
Chaos,
done.
indeed.
Very well.
Hideaki's like right behind Overnosa, just just like beaming, absolutely beaming.
That was
Tal is
good.
clapping. Tal is
That was
clapping.
really good.
Absolutely
It's really
applauding.
it's really fun to think about the
I
fact
didn't
that like
roll
this
a
was all a
reflex save
mask.
for the candle, but
Shame.
Fair enough. Fair
shame,
enough.
shame, really.
Really, we would have
flat
tied the
footed.
room together. Hey!
Art's not clapping, but Waffles is 100% happy with that.
So innocent, right?
I'll take it.
I am both in character and out of character.
I love you, Maria. You're the fucking
I'm very,
best,
very
dude.
glad to see you gain in that confidence. I think that was very well done. Perhaps I can ask another question, a little less grand. What do you seek at the Magambia?
Oh man,
I believe, Hideaki, you've touched on it.
This
I
has
do
changed a
believe
lot,
I
too.
understood.
He just kind of nods.
Sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
it. My,
the first of
my
go-aheads.
grandmother really wanted me to come to learn more about
Honestly,
uh,
could have never predicted
well
what happened
magic
next
and
after this.
things of that nature. We didn't.
But you know what I
have a
could
lot
have
of
predicted?
chances
5
to
rider
learn
dies on this screen
more
right here.
on the road.
That seems about right.
He smiles kindly at you and nods. I do hope you
That's
I'm
what gets
back
me
here.
emotional.
We
Is
have
like
knowledge aplenty.
that build up to that. At least in
He
my
looks a
mind,
little
anyway.
curiously at you, Ark.
Art, the eyes finally landing upon them, says,
Because
Should
if I
I
didn't know, I love
answer
this
the previous
cast
question
more
first?
than I
I
could
never had a
ever
chance.
properly put into words.
By all means.
So much.
You see, without a smile, much like I have on my face, Art,
This is Waffles
points at the
smiling,
candle.
not Arc 2.
and the candle.
Arc 2
becomes
smile,
the effect
downloadable
of the
content.
light still, and it just shines.
Such an
out.
asshole.
And he goes,
What's wrong with me, man?
Suppose that is an interpretation, much like Araface.
Oh, man.
and what do I seek?
Yes. Here at the Magambia.
I seek whatever the school has to offer, and the future after that.
That is admirable in its own right. Arafe, are you comfortable answering?
I've lost quite a bit. They tell me that I once was a great healer. I can no longer do it as efficiently, and I'm just hoping to regain that so I can
Damn.
be more of a benefit to my village again.
And that is admirable as well,
Arafe.
and I do hope that we can help you with that.
I have no doubt.
And by help you, I mean figure it out
Alright,
on
on
your
to
own.
another
Right, Art?
fun activity. And he kind of turns around, and he coos out of the archway, and he's like, and he coos forth a little blue quail, tame enough that it's kind of like willing to wander close, but not too close. Can you get a feather
So different.
from this bird without plucking one?
Wow.
It's wandering about like the courtyard outside the archway.
It almost hurts how different they are now, huh?
Art, step up for a second, ponders, looks at the quail, and says, "No, I cannot."
That is a valid answer. Although, I do believe that you could try and find a way. Do you wish to try before you give that answer?
Is that your final answer?
My chances of failure are much higher than success. I will not.
Very well.
So, did he
Math.
bring this quail into existence, or did it come from somewhere?
No, it was like wandering around the courtyard, and he could.
Called it over. The cool art is a god.
Alright, this is Star being an idiot. Do quails fly?
You think that?
Oh,
I
Star,
like
you're the
chicken
best.
Range. They're like a
I heard
like
the
a
kind
more
of same
like
thing
a,
about high school
like
and
how
college was like we were
chickens
totally different.
technically can fly.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Damn.
It's on that level.
It's
That's really well said.
equivalent of a chicken in this
You're
world.
absolutely right.
That's what it is.
I don't know. Have you ever seen the?
Because like your
cookies
experiences
from
do change who
Legend
you
of
are,
Zelda?
right?
Those
Like
things
Yo.
are
They
crazy.
mess you up.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
But I also think like expectations
Oh, God.
versus
So
reality of
that
what the
they-
school was supposed to be
Someone
for
said
us.
they pictured the quail coming out of his mouth. No!
No, I'm still right there with you. Absolutely agreed.
That's amazing.
So much more. We wouldn't have been able to make shirts at 2 o'clock in the morning
Interpretations.
about
So,
the Venn diagrams
would like
of
to
them
look around to see
if they were
she
still
can
this.
find like a nest that it may have come from.
Or were they even ever this?
Yeah.
Or was it all masks?
Yeah.
With the exception of
Go
Arc 2, I guess.
ahead and make me a perception check.
Is this the
Okay,
first
there we go.
roll?
First roll!
Oh, alright, let's see what we get for first
Let's
roll.
go! I'm emotionally invested in a role that
19
that
total.
happened a year and a half ago.
Right.
Hey.
Excellent. Not like 19 total, not natural 19.
Yo, Maria, we didn't even have ears. We didn't have
so-
ears back then. Oh my
Yeah, so
gosh.
you look around, and I'm gonna try to map here that makes sense.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, they're pure. That I'm like,
you are-
oof, buddy.
We'll gonna put you guys like
Woo.
pretend that you're somewhere here, and that there's an archway somewhere there. And
Can I ask where it's here?
yeah, I pinged it. I'm so sorry. It's kind of like top right. On the
Yeah,
map.
northeast.
The North remembers.
Northeast.
Yeah, I'm.
So while you do have some
glad of what
buildings,
they
you're
went
kind
through,
of
for
like
sure.
along that campus area, and there is a little outcropping of trees.
I think
a
selfishly,
bit
I didn't know that I
across
could
this
go
little courtyard.
as far
um,
emotionally from a performance
Of
perspective.
all, like you don't
as much
see
as I
the
have
nest
with
from where you
Hideaki,
are, but like of all the areas that it would
which in
be,
many cases is
it
thanks
would be there.
to you guys.
Okay. I would head over to that tree then and actually look for that to see if there is a nest there that has a quail feather in it.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Arafe kind of like walks off across the courtyard, is anybody else doing anything here first?
Tal is just gonna like slowly walk towards the quail.
Yeah. So,
Because the instructions were to get a feather without.
Plucking it.
without
Yeah.
without plucking one, right?
Right.
So, as you try to get closer to it, it is kind of like it'll let you get like only so close before it ducks away, but it's not like super scared of you. Maybe if you like, are you
Yeah,
trying
I
to
want
just get
to. Yeah.
it even.
No, I want to get to it as close to it as.
I will say though, Maria, to your point
as
around
I can.
complication,
So, like,
I still just want them to like
Tal will like
love each other, hold hands, and like hug.
squat down, with, like, their hands on their knees.
That's what I want so
And,
badly.
You know, the thing where you're trying
And
to
it's
call
so
for, like,
far
a cat,
away.
like, hold a hand out. And
Yeah,
I think at the same time, Nim, the ferret, is looking curiously and will like kind of skitter down and like, if my hand is out, Nim is like down here like sniffing.
Okay. I will let you choose. Do you want to make like a nature check or a diplomacy check to kind of like attitude versus like animal
Dude,
handling?
honestly, Sarah, when
I
when
would
you
like
watch
to
yourself
do-
back, you're just like,
My intention,
this is so much
by the way,
easier
and I will,
than I made it
will
at the
communicate
time.
this to my
Yeah,
familiar via
hindsight, for sure.
Our mental link
You were great.
is I want my familiar to go and pluck a feather from
Pluck
this
it.
quail.
Yeah. Are you actually holding anything out?
That was so smart, by the way, Maria. I would have
like
never
food or
figured that out.
anything, or is it like a pretending that there's something here?
No, you know what? I probably would have some like a little pouch of like trail mix equivalency of
Yeah.
like little meats and berries. I try to keep like dried meats and berries and nuts and stuff in there for my familiar because they love that stuff. So I probably would have some of that and pull it out.
You having
So go ahead and make me a
Nim
diplomacy check,
try
and then
to pluck
Arafe, meanwhile, as you
the
are
quail feather,
approaching
'cause,
that
like,
area, can you make me
we're
a
not supposed to pluck the
survival
quail
check
feather,
to
but
kind of look
doesn't mean
through
your familiar
the
can't,
tree
right? Just like the word.
Tree. That's a word.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
I got a 17.
Well, here's the thing:
much?
when
So,
they're quiet, but
you
when
are
they
Arafe looking
feel
for
from
the
Hideaki's
nest,
perspective and from
but
mine,
you don't even
when they
have to,
fucking
because before
when
you
they
find
when
the
they're
nest,
on,
you can tell that
and
the
they're
bird
like,
does wander
I
around
have some
here,
shit to
typically
say,
also getting away from
they
the
can
rain.
out-talk pretty
And
much
so, like,
everybody
kind of
else.
like in underbrush, like by a little
I'll debate
bush,
them,
there's
too.
like a feather that was caught on the
because they're just as smart as
the
Hideaki
bush,
is.
and so you can totally find it.
I think the only one
And
that
then you
has a
said a
higher
17
int is Arc, right?
All right, yeah. I mean, it's curious what you got.
Eventually, the slideshow will remind us.
Just gonna come a little closer, just a little closer, and it starts like pecking at.
Yeah, the only difference is like Hideaki's louder. That's all.
And once it's like engrossed in what I'm doing, I'm going to
He does have that charisma though.
to
Oh,
Nim.
look at that! Look at that! Where the fuck is
say-
perception?
Oh,
Look
okay.
at that shit there,
essentially,
Arc too.
go pluck one of its feathers. Do it. Do it now.
Do it. Okay.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go back.
Well, I want to make it a flat dex. Hold on. Let's have some fun. What's up?
How dare we have
I
fun?
was gonna offer that there was thievery, which is usually like a hand
Like
dexterity.
sleight of handy. Yeah. Can you make a sleight of hand check for me? Thievery. As
Okay,
I call it,
so-
the opposite of what Waffles just said.
You know what you said? I'm gonna call it something different. This
Hey,
is my
you're
game.
the GM. Yep, exactly.
I realized familiars, do they get like standard stats? Because it didn't. I don't.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
think the way it works
Oop.
is hold on.
I know
Yeah, because I
save
know they
modifiers and AC
have a
and stuff
+3,
are the same.
and because Hideaki has a +3, and I
Yes.
think
So the nice
R2
thing
has a +4.
about, by the way, y'all, if anybody ever is trying their hands at Finder 2E, free online resource, Archives of Nethys. A super huge shout
Hi,
out
Cooper.
to them. They work with Paizo, and they every time like a new book uploads, they like work to get it all on the internet for free for you. It's super handy. So, anyways, look at Archives of Nethys, but that's where we're gonna look.
Certainly.
I'm gonna search from familiar.
Hideaki
and
just
I know
leaves it
witches aren't
loudly.
special, but they do go by basic familiar operation.
Still holding on to
Throws,
it.
Train,
If we make it out, I want Tyler to take out the stone ghost.
Hold, please.
It doesn't have her use its own ability modifiers.
It uses
Is
your
what it
own.
says.
Of course, Hideaki definitely wants to take them out, though.
Yeah,
Okay,
if it
your
attempts an
familiar
attack roll.
Wait.
Yeah.
Good.
If it attempts an attack roll or other skill check, it uses your level as a modifier. It doesn't have its own ability modifiers and can never benefit from item bonuses.
Okay.
We're learning.
Okay, yeah. So there's a couple of things, right? Perception, acrobatics, and stealth are equal to you,
Yes.
and it does have the modifier.
Yes.
But it doesn't have anything else. Okay, cool. So it would be, just go ahead and roll a flat d20 and add your level, which is 1.
Which is 1.
+1.
Total of
now.
8.
I fucked up. There we go.
Okay, so it is kind of like drops from you, the way it was kind of like draped on you, and it comes down your arm, circling around. And the bird is very hesitantly like, okay, I'm eating. I'm chilling. It's good food. I don't really like these raisins, but okay, cool, good food. And
Oh yes, the
and
commentary.
then he gets that or they, what is actually your
It's just it doesn't have a gender.
okay.
There's no gender to it.
So Nim like goes to lunge for it, being like, now is my time to shine. I'ma make my mama proud. And it lunges, but
love
the
you.
bird just freaks out.
Get some rest.
And it
you
just
did
squawks,
you did a really good
flaps
shit
its
today.
wings, and
So,
and
thank you for
runs
coming by
away
to
from you out
end
into the
your
courtyard
evening.
again.
Love you very, very much. See you Thursday.
However,
and Friday if we don't die.
and interrupt if anybody else is doing anything at this time.
Even
I
if we
would
die.
say that Arafe is now proudly wielding a feather as they return.
Tal looks
Feather,
very
without
disappointed,
plucking.
by the way.
Hello, Brandon.
I think seeing that arc would head that direction.
Oh,
If you didn't know, Brandon
just one of you
announces himself
would
into the
suffice,
amphitheater
but if you
by banning
wish to
someone.
use yourself as well, of course. By all means. Are you gonna look for your own feather?
Never ceases to make me smile.
Go ahead and make a survival check.
I respect that so much.
Nice one here.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to
Yeah.
the family. Have you really? I love that for you. That's amazing. Well
11
played.
for a 10.
Well played.
Okay.
That's fucking awesome. That makes me
You're
so
looking
happy.
around. Unfortunately, and this is hard for you, because you know that that one found one here. It has to be here somewhere. Looking. Now she didn't verbalize what she was looking for. Like, you're not necessarily looking for a nest, but you're like, okay, is there a feather here somewhere? And you're just looking on, and you don't see one.
Yeah. He comes back, no emotion on his face. He looks at Arafe for a second, tilts his head very slightly, says,
So, quickly, really important pause. So, we have wrapped the rosé. Oh my God, no, Maria, you're not allowed to leave. No, it's okay. I love you too. It's so good to see you. Romance Red or Blueberry. No, it's okay. It's totally okay. It's okay to Owe. It is totally okay. I will Ubu see you in 2 days. If not tomorrow, if you're streaming or something. So I need help. Also, Blueberry. Okay, so vote for Blueberry. The voting is open.
Did you create that? Or did you find it? Was it the last one?
May have been the only one that didn't get washed away by the rain.
You see him think for a second. He nods to you and goes to stand back in the position he's been in almost the whole time.
Hideaki kind of raises a finger. You know, if we're patient enough, it's probably gonna molt eventually. So we could just wait this out. But I don't know if you wanna, I don't know what else you got.
You know what? Shout out past Hideaki.
Well,
That's a smart idea.
Birds are.
While I appreciate the creativity, and indeed, perhaps, we could take our time, I think we have, I have received enough answers for this question. Let us move on. Okay. Go ahead.
God, here's the thing. If it was now Hideaki, he would have challenged the shit out of that.
I was just laughing, sorry.
He would have challenged the shit out of that. And it's like, if an answer is an answer.
So, as he does this out of character, me, the GM, I just never want Art to fail. That hurt my heart.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Ark is gonna fail a lot, so get ready.
That is not true, Waffles. That's foreshadowing. Incorrect.
I'm here to be sad forever. Let's go.
Our construct boy must succeed.
If I could read the amount of negatives my character sheet has, oh man.
Good, great, good.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Okay. So let's. I'm having too much fun. Once.
How dare you?
I know.
How dare you have fun as the GM? This is our show.
All right. Well, we'll let our friend the quail here continue on its daily life, and he kind of like. Admirable attempt, though. Although your little one perhaps a little less deft. Yet he'll learn. They'll learn. It'll learn. I'm sorry. Now, don't be alarmed. And he kind of reaches in to his pocket and presents this very small, harmless Garundi shovel snout snake. You know those little ones with really cute little nostril noses? They're squish face. And it has this distinctive scale pattern to it. Can you get a secret from this snake?
Oh man, I love this one.
And he'll present it, like if somebody wants to hold it or look at it, they are welcome to. And you can tell he's like kind of smiling because he likes this. Because Syrup likes this one.
and that's
He's
it's fine.
Staring at it, like studying, as if trying to like just have it like a download folder. Just give it to me.
Yeah. Do you want to?
You go ahead. Sorry.
Hideaki, looking at it like as intently as you are, do you want to kind of like make a perception or nature check? Do you want to handle it? Looking it over?
He'll like hesitate and like slowly but surely, like as it's assuming it's not like gonna like lash out at him, he'll eventually
There was an attempt.
Just look it over.
And he'll firstly in common, he'll say, what is your greatest secret? And then if there's not a response, he will. I'll let you actually first. Sorry, go ahead.
It lifts its snout as you. Are you taking it from Teacher Ott, or are you just kind of like?
Yeah, okay. I'm like bringing it like in. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so it's in your palm. It's like
Yep.
tiny. It's like real small.
Okay.
In your palm. And it lifts
Feels
its
like
head.
a lifetime
It
ago.
sticks its little tongue out, tasting the air. Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
I also give a moment to Tal. You said you were gonna do something.
I am, but I'll let Hideaki.
Okay.
Because
Something Stuart's really
whenever
good
you're
at
done,
is
Tal
ping
looks
ponging
like
around the
it's
cast.
just kind of like bouncing slightly on her haunches, just like waiting, waiting for her chance with the snake.
Yeah, and I'll for the sake of brevity, I'm gonna run through every language that I know and ask the same question. Celestial, Draconic, Shadow Tongue, Undercommon. Just
Oh my god! When you speak in Shadow Tongue though, Tal's ears just like perk up.
I
shit.
perk up when you're talking to him. It's like, ah.
Why do you all know this language?
We're students, baby. We read
But R2, the king of language.
Wait. Arc 2, do you know Shadow Tongue?
No, I have like 9.
Does now, though, if I recall correctly.
Oh my god, you're making
I have
failed
like
none.
none.
Secret language, not
Listen,
now.
I have.
Or no,
four
maybe
extra
it's
languages.
Undercommon, maybe.
I just happened to pick that one.
Arc 2, run home
So
real
funny.
quick and download that.
Yes, that downloadable content.
We gotta go to the market. We gotta find the USB plug-in.
For now, we'll just tack up another failure.
You can really tell that we're all like really comfortable now.
Party
Why did you do that, Waffles? You're hurting us. You're just hurting us. We all just take 1 point of psychic damage every time, aren't we?
Every time.
Yes. By the way, Arafe, as the snake is kind of presented and it like changes hands and you kind of are looking at it, the wind is there's wind is blowing. It's probably the wind, but like you just hear the faintest like echo to yourself of interesting. That's it. Go ahead, Hideaki.
So fun.
So, last thing, and then, okay, look, we don't have all day. You just need to show up this time. And he'll like kind of begin to conjure a spell, but actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna cast Daze.
Fucking
All right, what does
chaos.
the snake have to do for days?
So it let's see. Needs to make a will save.
Snake do to you?
So
So bad. The best way.
All right.
let's do it. I was gonna like threaten it, but I was like, nah, you know.
Okay. It kind of it starts moving more than it did before, and it starts wriggling, and it kind of like and tries to kind of go off of your hands. Takulu like goes back and like takes it back from you.
Oh
An
boy.
interesting attempt. Anybody else?
I needed to figure out what the line was. I think I found it.
That's a fucking Hideaki phrase for sure.
And it'll kind of like as the teacher takes it back, I'll kind of like pat it, like almost like just like sorry.
All right. Anybody doing anything for the little sneku?
I know what the snake.
Snickle.
What the snake? What did it?
Tal's been
He'll
winning
hand
it
it
for
over
a
to you.
while.
Tal looks at the snake. How's the snake feeling after all of? How's
Trauma.
How's snake?
How
How's
is
snake
Snake?
be? How's snake?
Snake
child.
Don't
is
step on
okay. He
Okay.
didn't like that, but it didn't affect him, so it's okay.
Yep.
Okay, I think Tal will like, kind of like, pat its head a little bit, and like very quietly whisper to it, "It's okay.
Shit.
I'll share something with you,
Hitting the wrong
and
button.
then you
Sorry,
can share
y'all.
something with me." And we'll guide kind of the head of it to her head, and I want to cast Join Pasts.
Oh my god.
I don't think that's a spell.
Okay.
But
What
she's
is
since then.
what is? Can you ping this spell for me?
Yes.
Y'all are
This is
blasting this.
cool cantrip, y'all. It's a really
Hi.
cool one.
So it's two willing creatures. Cool. With touches to the target's foreheads, you bring them in mental communion. The target can share thoughts and experiences, but not words. Oh.
Mm-hmm. So what I would,
Nailed it.
yeah. So I would try to translate to it feelings of wonder and curiosity, with a little bit of like secrecy, and would share with it the moment that I met Nim, because I remember that moment.
Also, do perhaps Jacob shave
And
your
it was
fucking
a good
mustache,
one.
man. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I will say it's willing creature. It's not, you haven't harmed her or anything like. And it's interesting. So when you receive their thoughts, and experiences,
Can you
notice
tell that
something.
I just eat my
None
mustache
of it is
like
visual.
as my
Okay, what you're receiving
my ADHD
is
like tick?
scents and tastes, and it's like a summer rain and things like that.
An aesthetic.
It's like the feel of like grass and like cloth and things like that. And you realize the snake can't see. It's blind.
Towel pull it away and just kind of look at it and like very like softly but deliberately like touch it and like give it a little pat, and hand it back, and say it sees a lot without having the ability to see.
He's Teacher Ott is very like warm, proud smile right now, and he nods his head and says, "That was excitingly done. Very well done."
Tao's glowing.
Now, would anybody else like to try? Because this snake has plenty of secrets to share if you wish to try your own.
No, I just want to tell him I'm really sorry. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted to try something. I'm really sorry.
Of course, I don't know that he understands you, but I'm sure he knows in his heart that there was no harm meant.
Okay. And if you're just trying to make me feel better, it's working.
And this is an option, guys. Like, if you wish to, you can. You do not have to.
It's really funny when you're
Anybody
thinking
else
about
have
it
anything
now.
else they
Like,
wanna
yep,
do?
that's exactly the one I would say right now.
all the snake's dirty little secrets. Let's go. Ark will not touch it, but give it a scrutinizing look over. Whatever you want to call that, if there's even a check for that.
Yeah. I have a question. Are you looking at it in a very physical, looking over its physicality, or you want to look over it like spiritually or like that? Like
Physical for sure.
Okay. Then go ahead and make me either a perception check or a nature check.
As he's walking over, because I do feel bad about him not finding the feather, even though he tried, I'm gonna just put my hand. I'm gonna go. You got this up too, and I'm gonna cast guidance.
Arc 2 and Airphase relationship has,
So plus one stat bonus to an attack.
not much
perception
different
check,
now, a
saving
year and a
throw.
half later.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll
That's
take the
incredible.
+1 on this perception. And you'll see them turn towards you for a second, and almost purposely loud enough for Teacher Ott to hear, he says, "Thank you. I do believe that is the purpose of this, for us to work as a team and succeed." And then he'll look over the snake.
Make that perception.
That is a 12 total.
A 12.
Hey, I had a +2 to this one. and a guidance.
I mean, you're staring at it, and you specified you did not want to touch it. So it looks like a very cute, harmless Garundi shovel snout snake with a distinctive scale pattern. Unfortunately, you didn't spy anything else on it.
All right. For not wanting to fail, because that is Ark in a nutshell, not wanting to fail.
Yes.
He will just look it over, and I'm going to cast the cantrip Approximate. You can
Interesting.
feel free to tell me if it does not work like this.
I also just want to remind you, you do have a hero point.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Nah, I'm into this
Use it
story.
on the snake.
I mean, like, if you really don't want to fail.
Back before we
really
were
quick with hero
begging
points,
for hero
just so
points.
everybody knows, those
Oh, man.
chicky nuggies.
This is great.
It's a long story. It's actually something from Starfinder campaign. But if you see the syrup drops, they're
Oh
called
damn,
chicky
that campaign
nuggies
was
or
still
chicken
going on
nuggets.
back then.
So that's what I'm referring to if you ever see that. But the way they work, it's not a D&D advantage, okay? It is you roll again and you get the second roll, whatever it even if
Oh my god! It's a Robo Goblin, you guys! It'd be Robo Goblin.
So the
What's up, man? How are you?
Again, feel free to tell me if
How are you feeling?
Like this. It says your magic
It is
quickly
wonderful
flows
to
over
see
an
you.
area
Happy
to help you count
belated
and
AceCon.
catalog. Name a particular
Happy
type
AceCon
of
Survivor
object
shirt
you are
day.
looking for within an area. So what I want to do, and for example,
We're in the
look
midst
at a pile
of our
180 copper
0-0
coins,
episode
and
1.
you would learn that it held about 200
Oh man,
coins.
it's so good. It's been
Interesting.
emotional
I
for
feel
me.
like this,
It's been really cool
really
though.
fit arc.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So what I want
are
to
great.
do is
No complaints
you said
here.
it had a distinctive like scale pattern.
Also,
is
wine.
I want to be able to pick out like how many scales it has on its body, like approximate them, and
Oh, God.
just for a chance of giving an answer in it. Like basically, Ark's plan is to come back to the teacher and be like, "The snake has approximately blah 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 scales."
Yes.
Oh good, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
did you see your art?
It's a small little snack,
It's so good.
we'll say that it has like
It's so fucking
all
good.
scales. We'll say that it has approximately
those of you,
like 53 scales.
Argonne
on it.
University, there's some character
but
art you're gonna see
can
pretty
you
soon that
ping
is
real
fucking
quick for me?
Absolutely.
off the chain.
Because do you
Off
have
the
to
fucking chain.
specifically pick, like, name a particular type of object you're looking for, and you gain an
You
instant
need to-
estimate of the quantity. It's always
You
it's a
all need to.
quantity.
Yeah, it's a
Higher.
cantrip, so I can do it all I want. It's called approximate, so it's a quantity.
Gremlin.
Like, I can't
Yeah,
find
and it's not
like,
a-
a
it's
scar
not
or
exact,
something.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
One
But
snake.
it's interesting that it held 200.
Yep, and that's
Okay,
not even the
anyways,
finished product yet. Not even done.
Cool.
That's just
so,
a
yeah,
work
so
in
you
progress
can approximate
mid-render.
that it has about 50 skills.
okay, then Ark would come to the teacher and be like, "I believe the
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for your other characters, but Hugo might be your cutest one.
way too many
It's, I
skills."
think it might be there,
And he
dude.
gets it wrong and fails again. No. he comes to
Another
the
psychic damage for us.
he comes to the teacher Ott and says, "I believe the snake houses approximately 50 scales on its body," and then nods like that's an acceptable answer. Begins to walk away.
Oh my god, Arc 2. He is very small and cute, and we will
Very well.
certainly die for him.
For sake of playing my character, I don't want to hold this up too much, but upon hearing that very well, can I make a
Something that
sense
Waffles
of-
does a really
to see
great
what the
job
teacher,
of
like,
balance-wise is like
Sure.
is
Absolutely.
he's
cool.
really keen
Natural
to
20.
stand and share the spotlight while also trying to make it really fun.
There you go.
Amazing.
He's awesome.
Okay. You look at Takulu. I keep saying
And
Takulu because I've
then
always
past
like
me
mentally
had
read
to
it that
go
way.
pee.
So Takulu is like he
Or
doesn't
he
think it's a
just had
bad
to-
answer.
oh, there we go.
He doesn't. He's not like that was weak. Like he's not thinking anything like that. He
And
looks
he's
at
gone.
it and he receives your answer
Oh
and
man,
he
this
says
is so fun.
in his head like he's like that
I
is an
have teared
interesting
up, I
approach
have
and it's curious,
Died laughing.
but it's
Just
not
good
wrong
shit.
because a secret can be defined.
Yep,
in
there
many
he goes. See you later.
So
Year and a half ago, me.
I hope that answers. He's like interesting.
God,
Really,
it's
he's
hard to believe that,
interested
that we've been playing this game
your
for a
logic
year and
and
a
your
half.
thoughts. That's what he's doing right now.
Okay.
By the way, since you're here, thanks for all the
and
gifts,
based on
buddy.
that, Ark will go back to his
Especially
spot.
my nat
He
20
kind of
gift.
turns to the teacher for a second and goes,
Boy, that was a magical
do not
moment.
know if you knew that, but if you did not, it is a secret."
That is very true. Secrets can be from many people. It could be a secret to me, and it is not a secret to someone else. Ark, is this difficult for you to not have yes or no answers to not? be
Fortunately
able
for me,
to
I've been
be
listening
right
to
or
myself
wrong
for a very long
necessarily?
time.
I think so.
So
Ark
hearing
is
myself is
definitely,
not weird. Like
again, he
it's
was built
to a point
and
of
he
it's
is,
weird
for
for me to
actually.
I'll
He's grown
pause
up with
as I-
one person.
as I answer this. It's weird for me that people think it's weird to hear themselves. Like something I've talked to Finn about is like There are many people like this, right? Like that just like cannot or don't want to hear themselves talk. I've never been that person. Like right now, like I have a monitor. I'm literally hearing myself talk, literally live, like right now, as I'm talking to you. And I think it comes from a place of like understanding, like to get better at something that you're from a performance perspective. Like you have to go back and hear yourself and get feedback and like feel how you were doing and what you would do differently if you had a third, fourth opportunity at something. And so that's never been odd for me. Oh, what's up, Jay? Oh, I guess speech jam if I hear what I'm saying in real time. Yeah, no. This hearing myself in real time took a little bit to get used to, because there's always like the vibrations that you're hearing like here are still a little different. Like I'm a little bit more upward inflection in my ears than I can like feel, for example. But I've never had a problem with that. It's also really helped me with accents, because like I thought I was really shit at accents for a really, really, really long time, and I'm actually pretty good at them. And it took me a really long time to give myself credit for that. But I had to listen to myself to even understand that, if that makes sense.
For his entire 5-year life. So he hasn't really been in society.
I always forget that R2 is 5 fucking years old.
During that 5-year life, it was very much,
Jesus.
Here's a book, learn this, mathematics, this is yes, speak this language. Okay, that's correct. Oh, no, that's not. Like,
Yep.
so there was very little anything else. I'm laughing at everyone donating the lore drop challenge because I don't think Syrup's prepared.
Yeah, the lore drop challenge did not exist because it's episode 1.
But I love y'all.
Tune in on Tuesday on Journeys Adrift, and I will definitely have one ready since y'all just hit it for no reason.
Tune in Tuesdays.
That's amazing.
Oh no, for sure.
Okay, now we're gonna get to break really, really soon because I'm sure people have to pee. But
nope, because I peed
I
already.
give a moment, Arafe.
It was super weird for me at first.
Are you interested in saying anything?
Because even like as early as like middle school, I was doing like TV production, and I was like anchoring the morning news. So like it was
she could think to do
like
one
really
thing
early on,
silly
like
to her,
in my
but she might do it
teens.
anyway. But first thing she would do is take a look at the scales to see if like the pattern means anything.
Okay.
Man, it's so weird to listen to. Because like based off of where these
make
characters
me
are now, like 28 episodes later,
Are you racking your brain
much
for
has
like
happened to them.
anything that would fit
These
the
poor
bill kind of a
kids.
deal?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things she thought about doing. One of them seemed silly to her, so she probably.
it's funny you say that, Jay, because like I
wouldn't do it,
didn't
but if she
used
can't figure
to
a thing
have
out,
my
then she'll
monitor
probably
on.
do it anyway.
Sure.
But then I would
Make
get
me
people
a
because like Zoom
occultism
likes to turn me down a lot. So I had to put my monitor on, and I had to get used
Occultism
to it
starts
really
with
quickly.
O, not an A.
Otherwise,
dummy.
it would require someone to be like, Jacob, we can't
Oh,
fucking
no.
hear you.
That
Which is a fucking
a
travesty because I'm the
11.
loudest motherfucker on the planet.
Probably not.
Again, you hear that like just whisper behind you, carried in the wind.
I get it.
But you you can't place it, unfortunately.
So, out of a slight frustration and just desperation to try and figure out something because she wants to stay at this school, I will cast Detect Magic to see if the snake is magical.
Alrighty, cast Detect Magic.
Yes, so I will cast Detect Magic. I will ping that.
And
Detect
this
magic
leveling
is
in this
not the
campaign
same.
is going to be milestone leveling
It's in
because
5e for sure.
that's just nice.
Because it's a cantrip. Fun fact.
Yes.
Okay,
So I
so-
received no information beyond.
By the way, Robo, how are your
magic
goblin? Your
presence or
goblin.
not
How's your
within
goblin
30 feet of me?
fortress of
But
solitude?
I
Alright.
do.
And by that I mean
detect
you're like
illusion
45 goblins that you created.
If it's lower
Um,
level
So
detect
relatively
magic
free.
spell, which I'm doing a cantrip. So.
No, Jay, I'm sorry right there with you. I
So-
don't take notes during a
so-
game because I just listen back.
Well, cantrips do have levels if you recall, but you are level 1, and therefore it is it's half your level round. But does anybody have anything magical on them?
Yeah, Jay, for me, it's I have to make sure that I listen
My
to the
Eidolon?
end. and then
True.
My
True.
familiar.
And it's
come right through.
Yeah, you do. You can like feel magic coming from those two areas, but
Fuck yeah.
that is
Remember, we're adding you to the Babushka family.
not on the snake,
that
nothing
Goblin
else.
and Jordan and I created.
Unfortunately,
Actually, Nix is also with that.
I have nothing. And
and that is
will
all right.
give him the snake back gently.
Teacher, I do have a question. Something that's been sort of I've been thinking about is
Oh boy, here we go.
I think it was
kid.
Ark mentioned something about teams. Can you kind of dive into that a little bit? Is that the plan? Are we suddenly like together? Like, is that how things are supposed to work?
Yes.
Was that a lot of questions? Sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine. You have a right to know what your life here will be like. And Overnosa like huffs in a way that you know, like you see, like kind of to you.
Sir did such a great job.
Yes.
Of
when
taking
you head to the dormitories, I did
Hideaki's
have,
experience and then putting it
I'm
out
sure
to
more
the
will be
others. I
explained
thought that was
to
so
you,
smart.
But yes, the way we have, I believe, you just due to the timing of it, be assigned together. You have been chosen to become a cohort. The way cohorts work here are they're groups of initiates such as yourselves that share the same class schedule. And perquisite work schedule. It just ensures that between the groups of initiates, everybody has a singular day off for rest.
It's right in the word. The load. Yeah, totally. All right, cool. Makes sense. And then he doesn't say anything for like a second, and then he looks over and he's like, "What? It's a good question."
Oh shit! They're so innocent.
I think we will move this along to our final.
Oops, sorry.
Let you get to the dorms
There we go.
and meet some of your fellow initiates. But first, we're gonna go to break.
But we're not, because we're gonna
Right.
pause, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom for like 5 seconds, and then we're gonna continue. Because, or is that yeah? Because we that cliffhanger there, I know, right?
Oh my God!
Right,
Sir,
guys.
first
We're doing
cliffhanger.
it.
We're doing it!
Hold on, we had to listen to our own commentary of
Oh,
ourselves.
gosh.
Doing a killer job.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what
I feel
episode I,
like
gave.
typing. I'm like, I have so many more fun things, but we're just gonna. It's cool.
It's okay. We knew the first episode was gonna be a little long, so we are perfectly
Yeah.
fine with this.
Yes. All right, we're gonna take a quick break.
Oh, dang.
Sorry, I can't. I have a
The
strict time schedule.
audacity.
Is it okay for all you podcasters out there? Anytime somebody says the audacity, I just think of the program.
That's me too.
I'm incapable now.
I am the same fucking way. I am right there with you, Syrup.
It's like
Pass syrup.
it was an answer to like a crossword puzzle that Waffles and I were doing last night, and I was like, oh no, that's a
I'll double.
You were
up
doing
on
a
that.
crossword
There's actually a podcast
I need to
called
message
The
you. I
Audacity
need to message
Podcast.
real life you. You're
And it's
Fuck,
about
that's
using
crossword puzzle.
Thursday.
it's about
In
using
this
Audacity to
economy.
create a podcast. It's nice.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god!
No puns.
What makes me
Okay,
emotional
well,
is
let's
like
take a quick break.
we
we're
were
gonna
we
refresh
were all
our
like
drinks, we're gonna
friends
pee,
here.
We're gonna have
like,
just
but like
a second
we're
to stretch
ride or
and
dies
take care of
now,
ourselves.
For sure.
Please, you right there,
it's
you
really
do the
special,
same.
this
Stretch,
cast, for sure.
hydrate, be amazing, and stick.
That's it. It's a green
right
instant from the
there.
Brothers Ford Descent truck car.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Waffles, you can say that out loud. Say that. What was that?
I just want to make sure we've had a lot of love, and I
Yeah, we
was
did.
wondering if we wanted to do one of our giveaways for break.
Yeah, we had like a
I
mega hype train that
I think
first
that's a good
episode.
idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
nobody wants free stuff, right? Like that's just
Okay.
why would
All
we?
right, all right, we're gonna do this.
Discord, go look at what.
Holding that. Okay. Don't go anywhere.
Oh my god. We're back. I have to be honest and say that I cried on break just a little bit. So as I don't care, but I'm still really well. I was, in GM brain and I wasn't looking at anything, and I saw hype trains and I saw crazy shit go. I had no idea, but you guys' support has been freaking insane, and I am like just in shock because I didn't expect this. Also, we already have fan art. If anybody's not in our Discord, go look at what Lenny posted.
It's incredible.
It's so
It's
good.
amazing and freaking fast, like lightning fast.
Oh, look
No,
at these
oh my
children.
god. No, I'm not gonna cry again. It's cool. We're fine. But thank you guys so much. I'm good. I'm good.
You are good. You're doing amazing.
That's what I'm
Nah.
saying.
I know we weren't
Thank
supposed to tell you
Seriously.
that, so we decided to tell you that anyway.
The fact that hold on. Okay, did you know that this was Syrup's first ever GMing ever? Fucking ever? I've told Syrup this privately, but like my first game that I've ever GM'd was an absolute, like, it was okay in the moment, but like in the comparison to where I am now, a complete disaster. She's incredible. She's so fucking good. And she's really good here. And the fact that she's even better and more confident.
No, you guys are fan
No, you.
fantastic. All
No,
of those
you.
words meshed into one. Fan freaking tastic. You hush, David. I see
Three
you.
cheers for syrup. Woo!
Woo! Probably that David
Okay,
Tilstra. I love that man.
Alright, I think we have a giveaway to roll.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Two-
I'm
actually,
so
two dice to roll.
so fucking proud of her,
I
man.
should say.
Oh yes. Okay, so first I'm gonna roll a
I'm so glad I'm
1d3
watching
to
this
find
with
out
y'all.
what we're
Thanks for
gonna
coming and hanging out
be
with me.
giving away.
Yep.
I
If
will
you're
say for
making
the
this-
winner,
Jesus, Jay.
if you know how to
Stop
contact us,
it.
contact us. But if you don't, like through Twitch is fine or on our Discord, wherever works for you. Just make sure you find us. So we know
5
how
years
to get
before
this
I
to
was
you.
before I even existed.
If this doesn't fit for you, like let's say you get the Strength of Thousands roll 20 and
Dude, I know.
you just don't GM or
Iconic.
whatever, like just let us know. We will
No,
make
this
this
shit
work.
exists. Yeah, it's fucking fair. Dust.
Okay, so first a 1d3. 1. Beginner
I know she
boss.
was nervous too about that panel,
2.
but she crushed that fucking panel
Roll
too.
20, Strength of Thousands bundle. 3. Arcane Spectacle, Pathfinder 2E spell tracker. I think you can pick your own wood
Star
and
has
things
one of
like
those.
that, which will be fun. Okay.
Wood.
Marvelous. Alright, I think I could roll a 1d3 here.
I
What is
hope
the
so.
command waffles? What is it? Exclamation mark?
/R space 1d3. 2.
Dose!
Remember what that was?
It was the roll 20, Strength of Thousands, Kindled Magic.
Heck yeah, with all the character art included, all the maps included. So if you play on Roll20 at all, it is everything you need to start.
Heck yes. All the maps, by the way, like to size and like all the tokens with dynamic lighting. It's amazing. You'll get to see more.
Shout out to Roll20. No, they did a really great job
Alright,
with this module
Waffles,
for sure.
Are you ready to roll?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll to see who gets this giveaway. Are we ready?
Do it.
3.
Yeah.
2. 1.
Wow. I got emotionally invested in who
John,
won. This was a year and a half ago. I don't even know who won.
John, just confirm that you're here in chat kindly.
Wild. I was
and
like, oh, who
then
won?
Just shoot us a message. Twitch.
Oh, man.
You
ready for the second half?
Congrats. Yeah, shoot us a message.
It's a hell of a
We
bundle,
will,
though.
I think
Sometimes feel like sound like myself.
we'll find out later. I'll.
for
Do
sure.
I need your email? Maybe. I will
Sure.
find out.
Like you, I feel like many people
We'll figure it all out
were
between
vindicated
Roll20
by
and
that,
John
by
and
just
us.
like
Don't forget
being
another giveaway at the end of
available.
all
You know,
this, but we
just
still
being
have
like,
plenty
yo,
to get through.
we've been here the whole time, actually.
That's
Ascension,
not
damn it.
Classes in session.
Before we get too
Classes
far
is
into
like
it, did you all see that Arc 2 did get another hero point before we went on break?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
No?
It was
Oh,
before everybody like dogpiled onto the world lore
okay.
thing.
That's amazing.
Actually, I can manage reward requests, so I don't have to go through all of this and find out. All right, let's see. Awarding owlbear nuggets.
By the way, how's the Horizon stuff going
David, Arc 2. Carrick, to the GM, kill the younglings.
on? Oh, fucking A. Fuck you, Carrick.
She needs a
still here.
stockpile. Cooper, for the GM, can we get a few down? Session 1. Oh, Lord.
To Sarah's credit,
Lord have mercy.
I feel like she has
All right, I
not
have
used
3.
the fucking
And,
level
Arc.
of hero points that she's had.
Which actually, that puts you at your max 3. So
It
just
does
so
max at
everybody
3,
in chat,
but-
and we know, you can have a max.
We've always been like, I
at
think,
any
Sarah,
given
you've got
point
like
in time,
14.
Otherwise, you gotta
so
start using.
we've kind of made her like reroll saving throws in the past. So, like, dude, like you have it.
Let's
It's only
get
fair.
back into it.
Back.
All right, so you've
Back
gone
into it.
through a variety of questions, and it continues a little bit. Like he might ask you, what do you consider your greatest strength? What work have you done to bolster those in and around the Magambia before now? Some more specific questions, some more. What's the word? What's like
Generalized.
brain, like next, like I'm just thinking of the meme where your brain's next level. Cool. Those types. Yeah, the brain.
The brain explosion questions.
the
Oh,
cerebral.
God, I have it,
questions.
and I deleted it accidentally.
Yeah,
from my brain.
yeah. That's
Got rid of
that's
everything
ADHD
except
for you
cool,
right
school
there.
and
Oh, I
brain.
know, right? Oh my God.
It's just, it's either there or it's not, and it's not.
I'm in this photo and I don't like it.
Okay. All right. But, and he does a couple more like physical things as well, odd things.
Ooh,
And
Horizon
you
going
make
well?
the stone
Oh, very
dance by
nice.
itself.
Ooh, sound
Odd
effects.
things.
Interesting.
And you continue as you have been. Sometimes succeeding, sometimes not. Sometimes getting very creative. Which she appreciates. And something you realize very early on is he encourages the creative use of Dane abilities. It doesn't have to, all the answers don't have to be of oh, what's the spell that I need here? Right? And it's very clear that he just encourages all of those things. He believes that there's magic in everyday solutions as well. He's a good soul. But now it comes time to wrapping this up. This orientation of.
Oh my God, I do love
And
this
he
part.
conjures in front of him magically this time. You see 6 symbols before you. Which do you choose? It's a simple question. Simpler than it has been up until now.
I don't know if these symbols will come back around.
Now, he wants each and every one of you to make a decision. But please, make this decision for yourself. Do not base your decision on those around you. Each of you will choose first, and then I will show you. The symbols
No worries.
you have before you. They appear as sigils in the air, flickering. The first is a flickering candle.
Nice.
The second, balanced scales. The third, a multi-pronged key. The fourth, pursed lips. The fifth, an open hand. And the sixth, a running hourglass. I'll repeat those.
Love you too,
in a
Robo.
minute.
See you very soon.
Arc 2. Which do you choose?
May I ask a question?
You may, though I may not answer.
Of course not.
What do these symbols represent?
They represent what you choose.
Does R2 waits a minute, hoping another answer comes, like more of an answer, like the teacher's gonna continue.
If he does sort of relax a little, seeing that, like, not puppy dog eyes, but that arc look.
Like Ark just stares.
You know that arc look now.
10 seconds.
The
like,
Blake slate. They will help kindle your innate magical. That may not be the answer you so wish, but if you do not wish to choose and you need more time to think, we can give you that.
If I pick one, may I change later?
No.
Understood. And then he walks over to the hourglass.
Runs away.
He sprints away home with a piece of toast in his mouth.
Amazing.
All right. You chose hourglass?
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Arafe.
She looks at them for a little while, but she does, well, she feels like it's a while. This is actually fairly quickly. But she finds herself going to the same image. Oh, yes.
I'm so sorry. I missed. The open hand has an eye in the palm. My bad.
Yeah, that's important.
Oh my god, I changed my choice.
If that changes everything, then you can take it.
Changes everything.
Everything.
He still picks the hourglass.
Okay. Sorry. Arafe.
No.
Go back to the one that you were.
And she isn't really sure herself even why, but she grabs the balance scales.
Hideaki.
I look at Overnosa. What do you think? What do we think?
I think we think. What you think? No, kidding. Sorry, I had to.
I'm like, you're here.
I
I was like, that was
understand.
deep.
It came to me.
I would have done the same thing.
This is your decision to make.
I can't pick two?
No.
Alright. And I'll jump high five the open hand with an eye in it.
Yep.
It phases through because it's a sigil in the air.
Just so you know, Candle was number two. Number two.
How?
Tal is
I think this was a feat we
looking
got for this.
very nervous. Because to peel back the curtain a little bit, Tal's never really made decisions for themselves for the purposes of making them for themselves. And this is the first, like, they're trying to keep in mind that the teacher said to, think for yourself and not about, like, what other people have chosen. And she's trying to fight that real hard because that's exactly what she's doing.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you
Yes.
would this be on like Tal's face at all? Like, do you think Ark would be able
Oh
to
yes,
recognize it?
Tal wears like all emotion on their face,
Okay.
and she's like nervously fidgeting with like all of the rings that they have on their fingers and everything.
If you've been watching the show,
Ark
these
is
are
usually quick to act, and I think Tal's
It's wild how
Ark seeing
different they are
Tal,
now.
Like maybe not even hesitate, but like be the last to act and everything else. Ark would walk up to Tal and just kind of look down at them for a second and say, I believe you should be drawn to one. Just pick.
I think the thing to remember is there's not a wrong answer here. It doesn't seem like there's one. Just what do you feel?
Hulu nods, also very, very proud of that statement, and he gives you this very kind smile, Arafe. Like, that is very correct.
You can even stack rank him if you want to. It helped me.
If you do not wish to choose, that is a decision.
No, I'll choose one. And she, like, her eyes glance over to the candle, and they kind of pass over the the open or like the pursed lips and the scales, and it stops on the hourglass, and like her head kind of cocks aside a little bit, and one of her ears kind of twitches, and she'll like point to that one and then walk over to it.
Wonderful. Very well. As you each make your choice, they're like the sigils in the air, they spark like a brighter. And if multiple of you have chosen the same symbol, that's perfectly fine. You know, they kind of like splits in two, and it floats over to you. And it just into you.
I'm just kidding.
And he smiles as you cough up blood.
Wow.
Welcome to
Unveils the
school.
curtain.
Welcome to Earth.
Make a will saving throw.
Hey,
All right, who chose the flickering candle? Did anybody?
Nobody.
Nobody. Okay. We have a few scales, right? Who picked scales? Okay.
Not me.
The-
I was saying one. Sorry.
Now I want to pick scales.
Just Eric.
Okay. And it's funny because you feel this magic surge in you. Now we're gonna have to make an adjustment on this one. I do believe you already have guidance cantrip.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So typically you would gain guidance as a primal innate spell. Primal, mind you. I don't know if you have it for arcane. I think
I forgot that gives
But-
us spells.
we we'll double check. We're gonna work together. We'll find another cantrip that's not on your spell list that seems appropriate, and we'll definitely get you that. Anybody pick the key?
no.
No lock pickers here. No, I'm kidding. Pursed lips. Where's the love for the pursed lips? Okay.
Shit was weird, bro. No, thank
Open
you.
hand with an eye in the palm.
Oh, I said it.
Cool thing. This creepy
Yeah, pass
thing.
me. What up?
Eh.
You're the same.
Not creepy at all. You gain shield as an arcane innate spell.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't used it.
As a
Not
reminder-
fucking
what's
once.
I said that's a very good one.
It's a
Yeah.
really good one.
As a reminder for innate spells, if you are not a charisma caster, it does use charisma fire. But I don't think it matters for you. And then the running hourglass.
Myself and Taliatia.
Perfect. Both of you. It was a running hourglass. Sand running through it. Both of you gain stabilize as a primal
Oh.
innate.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Perfect
Mark
for us
has no
squishies.
clue what happened.
Yes. You feel the magic like have an effect, right? You feel the little tingling in your veins and everything, and you are free to experiment with recalling that feeling and trying to manifest whenever you see fit. And what this does for you all, just in terms of like peeling back the curtain a little bit, and I think this is just really interesting how they handled this. This is a very high magic campaign. Not everybody would necessarily make a spellcaster for it either. You know, I know we ended up doing that, but they also are going to have all of you at level 2. The way this Strength of Thousands is done is everybody acquires a druid or wizard multi-class archetype at level 2. Which is
Wizard for
awesome.
your boy.
But for this, because you're still at level 1, it's a way for you all to have an innate of magic throughout your time until you pick that multi-class. So basically the way it works is that you're going to keep this cantrip until you learn cast another cantrip from any other. Typically that would be level 2. But right now this spark is carried inside you until it is something else. And I think that's super cool.
Nice.
All right. Well, it is getting longer than I intended to keep you. I do have one final question. At the Magambia, as I smack my table, at the Magambia, we seek to understand our differences. Where others might dismiss a trait as irrelevant or trouble, we understand that the things that make us unique in life are key to who we are as people. And it is who we are as people that defines our magic. Sometimes it is things that are different about us, things that societies have taught us to hate, that show our talent what it might be. To the north, people say children with white or red hair have strong potentials for magic. Here in Atanbu, we recognize that left-handed people are skilled at undoing. One student of mine is terrified of butterflies, even though he considers it ridiculous. Yet in exchange for this fear of fluttering whimsy, he has one of the most orderly minds for games and strategy that I have ever seen.
Is that Ignacy?
Sometimes we do not understand our magic. Kind of looks at you, Erife. And that lack of understanding causes pain. People who are uncomfortable in their own skins are incredible shape changers, but often feel unsettled until they recognize the shape they're meant to be. Those who feel an urge to jump from high places often become frightened of them.
Oh
But they're
man.
simply channeling the untrained will to fly.
Oh my god, there's so much
Sometimes our
foreshadowing
talents are not
here.
revealed by means, and his face kind of becomes somber. One student here had a family who planned her life out to death. Sorry. Punishing her when she deviated the slightest bit. She only found freedom in the thought of her grave, and as a result, the dead began to speak to her. Here she has the freedom to choose her own path, but her necromancy remains strong. You don't have to share, but I want you to ask yourself, what about you defines you, even if others rarely notice it? Is there something inside you that pulls at you, perhaps defying rational explanation? Thus I return to my first question. And he kind of looks at you, Ark. Who are you? And how can that person best be guided to grow?
Art takes a second. And then finally speaks
There's
up.
so much.
I believe that is why I'm here. I do not know. Yet, this school is how I can be guided. If that is insufficient, I will leave.
No. And he gives you a very warm smile. It actually pleases me greatly to hear you say that. I hope you find your answers here, and I welcome you to stay.
Understood.
Like I said, you do not have to answer. But if you do not answer, I simply ask what you think about it.
So those students that you mentioned, can you write their names down? I would love to chat with them at some point.
What a move.
It seems like there's a lot that we could learn from each other.
Absolutely, and I encourage you to do so. I do not wish to share what they are not ready to share with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's personal information. Sure. I got it. Totally.
But they are here, and I'm sure you all will meet plenty of new faces.
Dance.
Is it fair to say from just a simplicity standpoint that I just want to prove us right, and I'm looking at Overnosa as well as myself, and prove one person wrong? Is that selfish, or is that just motivation?
What is?
Just
That's a great
part of
callback.
answering who we are.
So interesting that these
yourself.
characters were.
Knowing yourself
That was based
and
on
knowing
really
how
early.
you may best be guided, grow, is not selfish. Knowing yourself is something I wish to guide you all into, because I feel that it allows for a level of understanding and of learning that is unparalleled, and not enough of the world out there has the liberty to do so. So I hope to guide you in a learning environment, all of you, where you can learn about yourself and grow more than you ever dreamed of.
Okay. I'm satisfied. More than satisfied with that. Oh, that reminds me. So far, orientation wise, 8.5 out of 10.
Thank you.
I love
will
him so much.
have an answer
Oh
the next
my
time
God.
that question is asked.
Such an ass.
Arafe, Taliatia, will you think on this?
Tal's eyes are like really squinting, and they're kind of looking off into like the middle downish distance. They have this just, they're concentrating so hard, and like almost to the point where it looks like it hurts. They're getting so hard.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, and Arafe is like, as they are talking, it's one of those, like, this whole time she has had that kind of like pleasant smile on her face, and for the first time the smile is still there, but you see some kind of sadness kicking into her eyes, and she just says, "I'll work on it."
No rush. Come, you have been standing here in the rain long. Follow me, and he will walk you all over through the campus, and
Through the woods.
kind of just
Grandmother's
waves you
house
all
we go.
over to this
How's Grandma actually?
one building. We will part ways here, but this is the Spire dormitory over there. I'm
Beginning
sure
of
there are some
everything.
students there to welcome you in. This will be your assigned dormitory. Go settle in, make friends. Your first week, I'm sure, will be an adventurous one.
Thank you.
A question, just the first, how long does this usually take?
What take, dear?
Education?
I forgot.
A few years? Depends on what your level of education you...
Oh,
The way we work here at the Magambia is through a variety of levels. You are starting off as an initiate in your first year. There is a masking ceremony which will bring you to the next level.
Take you a year.
You will learn all about it through classes.
Yeah, lifetime,
There's
no
a lot
doubt.
to learn here. Kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, like seeing you kind of like very uncomfortable. It'll be all right. You have those around you to support you.
she smiles.
And if you ever need me, and he'll tell you. I can't find it right now, but he'll tell you what building his office is, and you can always go talk to him if you need it.
Mm-hmm.
Dun-da-da! Okay, we're going. I will. No, we're gonna be muted.
No.
I do.
Oh,
I do want to take a moment and give that moment if needed. I mean, you're all here. You all, Teacher Ott, who is walking away now. Tal, definitely reacted to that, and you did hear that question. If anybody does see that, but if you wish to just go over to the Spire dormitory, that is 100% okay.
Seeing that, hey, if it makes you feel better, Overdose is like 4,000 something. 4,000 something years old. So a couple of years is nothing.
Are you concerned about the time?
No, it is fine. I was
Not convincing.
Surprised. That's all.
Mm.
And she smiles.
That's fair.
Art kind of looks over and says, well, anything of quality does take time.
That doesn't mean the heart doesn't want it to go a little faster.
Can I do a sense motive? Because I'm just these are not connecting the dots. The dots are not connecting for me.
On Arc? Or
No,
who?
on Tao.
Oh?
actually.
Tao, gotcha.
Yeah.
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 On me? On
Yep.
little old me?
Yes, little old you.
What?
Yes, Maria. What that my tea? That's some
I don't know
bullshit.
what you could mean.
Maria's really good at this.
Where did my?
So
Where'd that
sense
go?
motive is just perception here. Perception is used for a lot of.
Yeah, that was a Pathfinder
cool.
winning move.
Perceive me.
Yeah,
I just
perceive.
hey, that was my old Pathfinder 1 knowledge.
Yeah, there you
Well,
go.
it's fine. It's probably terrible. Where the hell is perception on my?
That was the first slide. That was the first word.
Oh, there we go. I found it. Yep.
Skill.
Yeah.
Can
I
I
got it
just
now. Cool.
can I just say my favorite thing about anybody ever playing Pathfinder for the 2E for the first time is, where's my perception?
Yeah.
That's all I hear ever. It's my
Everybody asks
favorite
it,
thing.
honestly.
Actually, you did tell me that actually one
Just,
time. Yeah.
Just
Anyway.
a quick rules like
Amazing.
for people that don't
There's a
know
shirt
too,
now.
that like are listening for the
With
first time or
reflective
something
perception.
coming from 5e, etc. Perception is used for investigation, sense motive, perception itself, and most of the time, like 90% of the time, initiative. So
Yep.
it is a big skill in Pathfinder 2.
It's a big one. Alright,
Big one.
what
So,
you got?
all that being said, a big 9.
You do have a hero point if you want to use it.
That's true.
You know what? Yeah. I'm
That's-
gonna.
First hero point.
Mostly because
That was-
I want you to
My
succeed.
God. I
That
rolled
was
a 1.
him.
Good nice.
Can I give it one of mine?
I said good day.
Amazing.
Have a good day, sir.
Oh.
If you wish to,
Do you want one of mine?
wait,
I'll give you one of mine.
I wonder if I
I'll
should cap
take it.
re-rolls though, like if a
Yeah,
hero points are
that's
Maybe
fair.
you should.
That's
Maybe you
fair.
should cap it. Yeah.
Yeah, because then
I can
Okay,
imagine
yeah.
it getting very.
I think for
Fate-
story's sake, you have to cap rerolls, or else it's
Yeah.
like, I really want to hit this dragon. 8 hero points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, the story, the dice wanted to tell a story here.
That's true.
Failures are
Hideaki,
just as good as successes.
why might your character be so confused by this? Why can't they piece this together?
So
There's a ball
I
in
was
the
trying
box
to
up
read
here.
them, and they were like really focused, and then and there was kind of a furrowed brow, and then suddenly like a smile, and which he took as a wave off, and he was just like
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah, and you just like conceptually
Just
like
can't find it.
yeah, this education is education.
It's
is
such a-
education. Like yeah,
It's
it
a
takes
precursor to the relationship. It's
classes,
perfect.
years. You
Right.
go to school. What potentially is not understood about that?
Yeah. He was trying to feed into like what's underneath the covers. Like he is like, and since we've been using it, like behind the curtain, he is, and he's already said it, obsessed with gaining knowledge, and like, and they absolutely, everybody honestly fascinates him, but like that like flip in his mind was very interesting, and he was just like, I don't know about all that.
I don't know what
Alright.
these could mean at all.
So you're kind of left in the rain, and it is raining really hard. You probably do want to get in there. Are you headed to the Spire dormitory?
Yeah, it's 100% the right move
I think
there.
Tal will lead the way.
This is why, like, it's fucking bullshit
Like,
that this is
with a
Sir's
smile and a
first
little bit of
fucking
a skip,
session as a GM ever.
They'll lead the way. They don't know
Badass.
exactly where they're going, but they know
Fucking-
it's in this building.
Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he like kind of like walks along like the campus path, and he's like, it's right down this, and you see the building off there.
Yeah.
So off you guys go. As you are headed down the more fun, wet in the rain heroes.
A hero's jet.
A young woman actually trots out from the one-story dormitory. Nice little one-story.
Oh boy.
And she's shielding her head with a silk umbrella reinforced with dry reeds. 4 stone spires surround and rise above the building. 2 in front, 2 behind from where you're coming from. As our dog squeaky squeak squeak.
I know that feeling now. I didn't have a dog back then. I have one now.
You're the new student, so you'll be rooming with us in the Spire dorm. Come in, I'll show you the place. And the woman gestures with her umbrella towards the door, taking a few steps back towards the building's like welcoming dry overhang. And she actually carries a couple of dry reed umbrellas under her arm for y'all if anybody wants. Definitely, she'll hand them out to you easily.
Oh man, we don't have any of these at the village.
I'm alright if
we
you
just
guys
grin
need
and
it.
bear.
As you guys continue forward, a catfolk sprawls beneath the eaves of the dormitory.
Oh my god, I forgot about this fucking guy.
Tal's tail perks up, ears up, is very excited.
There's a sliced and sticky mango laying on his chest, and he's just sprawled out there, okay? He looks up from licking the juice off his fingers, his mouth spread into a toothy smile. Care for some mango? He says cheerfully while gesturing idly to the fruit. Or if you'd prefer, something to cheer you up from the rain, I have wine. Don't
Tal will
offer them your moonshine! As he
I'm
scolds. And then she kind of turns to you guys again. This is Chazira. Don't become a slacker like him.
Do you have a new mango? Like a non-half-eaten one that wasn't on your chest?
Kind
Such a
of looks
dick.
around him. Not immediately here. There's probably some in the food hall.
There's a food hall?
Tal is used to sharing food, so Tal will go immediately over to to them. And
He stays laying down, like he doesn't get up, but he's
oh yeah,
grabbing it.
yeah. And we'll give just like a little like a quick half like head bop bow.
Bop bow.
And we'll,
So cute.
because it was offered.
I wouldn't want to
reach
have
over
it.
and
God
grab some
damn it,
mango
Jay.
and
Fuckity
feed it- and
fuck.
Feed it to Nim.
It's a good Ace Con
He's
callback,
perfectly
though.
fine with this. He lets you do that, and then he kind of like looks over your shoulder back to Essie.
That panel was so awesome.
And he's
really
just
proud of
like,
it.
I don't
Even with
need
the
to
fluids.
study. Amurans have the best magic. Everyone says so. And he kind of winks at you, Tal. Essie here is trying to run the entire even playing teacher for the new students, it looks like. And Essie kind of like blows out a sharp breath. She's like, Karita told me to get them settled. That handling the new students was our job.
I think. Can I interrupt here?
Yeah.
I think about this point,
so wild.
Art 2 would speak up a little, and he just kind of cocks his head and says, "Are extracurriculars frowned upon if this one makes good grades and good booze? Is that bad?"
Essie like definitely gets like stumbles over this, and Shazira just like lets out a laugh. And he's just like I like this one. But yeah.
And just to set the ground, Arc 2 is asking this as a logical question, like not
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
joke
How
or
are you
something.
feeling post panel?
That's how Hiyaki's 100% taking it too.
I don't think that they would like you making moonshine on campus, but I mean, I guess she doesn't want to say this, right? She's like, I guess not. And then Shazir kind of just like continues. He's just like to Essie's like comment about Karide. He's like, do we look like attendants to her? Not yet, we aren't. And then he just kind of goes back to like peeling more like mango skin off and like getting it gross and all over the place, and licking his finger. And Essie just
Too
like
fast. I'll go ahead and grab one.
Essie looks at you all kind of like with him and hanging out, and she's just like, and she kind of like scuffs her foot at Shazira's tail, and then steps over it, going inside. Like not like doesn't step on it, but like, you know, she's like,
Yeah, I 100%.
No, there would be yowling involved with that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So she goes inside, and she did say she'd show you the place if you want.
Yeah, I think Arc would follow her.
Arafe would too.
Everyone's
Tal
so
would
interesting.
say
Yep,
thank
still
you
true.
to this beautiful figure, and take another piece of mango for the road.
Amazing.
Enjoy your mango.
All right. Now I'm going to
amazing.
bring you to a new map. This is the Spire
New map,
Dormitory
who
right
dis?
here, and most of it will probably be
It's a good
dark
map.
for y'all. You probably can't see anything.
It's all so black.
Fog of War.
Fog of War. I have mixed feelings about Fog of War, so we're gonna play with this, and if it gets really annoying, for dungeons I do understand this necessity, but we're gonna do this. This is an open layout. It's a one-story, beautiful building. Yep, that's what I said. That.
Beautiful building.
Beautiful building.
Oh,
So I'm gonna pull you guys
Whoa.
over onto the map. Now, the way I did this with your beautiful tokens is you each have. Sorry,
This was
sorry,
really
we're
cool.
getting there.
I need
There you
Like
go.
I don't see anything.
I gotta zoom in.
You get this is huge. This is all fun and games.
Oh man, the
And
original.
I'm gonna all of your tokens.
art.
Okay. Have the dynamic lighting setting embedded within them. You should be good to go. If you have any issues with it, just let me know. All right, and here we are. So
So cool. Oh my god.
it's gorgeous. So you were actually really impressed. There's like a few like stone steps, and there's a little awning, and it's actually an open layout here. So the way it's an open air building, beautiful mosaics almost everywhere. It's gorgeous. And like I mentioned, there's 4 spires around the building, and you can see them, one here, top left and top
Like a
right.
4-spire
and then 2 behind the
dormitory.
building
Shocking.
as well. And as you go in, there's this like common room area where you see
God, I love Hideaki's
who
art.
here would have seen a knoll before. Taliati, I'm gonna say yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Arc
You have read about them?
The best of us.
Maybe.
may have read about them as well, but never seen one.
Hey, Karut.
So there's this little, she's so small. This little like vulpine, like wolfy knoll. Very, very small. Just she's standing there, like not having really noticed you all, leading her fluffy chicken familiar by a stick, and she's encouraging, "Wait, eat it." And it's she's currently like, the chicken's like eagerly gobbling up like little ants, like she's like pest control right now, like leading it around back there, trying to get it. And then on one of the couches is a man
A little late though.
And I think you see him here.
Could I,
This
could I
fucking
ask
man.
you a favor? Will
Yes.
you shift C when you talk about each of these?
Yes. Thank you.
Beautiful.
That
Hey.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
is the little girl.
The
Icarus, it's amazing.
I love them.
No.
I will die for them.
I
love them.
will.
Yes.
I will murder so many things, but not this one.
Murder so many things for this thing.
For
There
this
you
thing.
go.
This is the
Oh, you look-
BBEG.
Yep.
There it is.
This is the
And-
man on the couch.
No, that's
Yes,
the
and this is the
Valentine
man-
because we'll never ever attack it.
This is
and it's I love
for
this
those
also.
of you that have
Pathfinder
not watched
2D
Oh No,
are like
everyone on the cast has shipped
scary
this
creatures.
particular character.
Yeah, they're not
Why?
innately evil.
Yeah.
And so this man, he's like sitting on one of the couches. He is impeccably dressed, and he kind of sees you all, and he was just sitting there waiting for y'all to enter a little bit further, but he's kind of just waiting, hanging out. You see a book by him, some notes. Oh, and let me introduce everybody else too. This is the woman that greeted you.
That's Essie. Or
That's Essie.
Oh my god.
So
Gorgeous, darling.
She's gorgeous.
The representation
Yeah,
this
Essie
module
is clearly,
brought me to tears. Genuinely
goes
brought me to
above and
tears.
beyond her duties. She's the one that greeted you, and then Shazira. He's the lazy cat foot,
the,
crawled out,
the mango booze cat.
Mango
Yes.
booze.
Mango
cat.
There you go,
Booze.
Boost Cat.
who apparently doesn't have to study.
He's what one would call a gifted kid.
Yeah.
No, doesn't
Oh my
feel
God.
the need.
Yep.
Never had
Here we
to
go.
study
Let's not
until
go
I went to
there.
college.
I could write
Swings you,
in,
girl,
in
buddy.
this essay. I will.
Yeah.
Let's please not go
In this
there.
essay. Called out.
Yep. Same.
Listen, it's also me, so like.
Yep. Yep.
Is it all of us? Cause
Is it-
same.
All of us?
Probably. Yeah, it's me too. So.
Probably.
There we go.
Yep. Look at that, the gifted class.
Hey.
I was
My biggest
pla-
issue is I went to college and went, I've never had to study before. How do I do
Yep.
this?
I was
No.
I'm in
That's why I
college
dropped
for
out.
nuclear engineering and I still don't study to be honest, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's insane.
I was
Don't
like,
give us that flex waffles. Jeez.
no,
I still
this
don't
isn't a
have
flex.
to
This is
study.
more of a the funny thing. I was placed in enrichment in first grade because I was too bored in class.
Yep. I
Yep,
skipped the grade
yep,
because of exactly that.
Yep.
Amazing.
All right,
True. I skipped
cutting back from
third grade.
that, way too
This
close
isn't
to
grade.
real.
home.
This is we're at school now.
Yeah,
Welcome
let's
back
go with a
to school,
pretend
and
school,
everybody
not
knows
our real
about it.
school.
Flashbacks are happening.
Triggered.
Real quick, do you guys see on these tokens? Do you see their names?
So great.
No.
No.
Can't
No.
tell if it's okay.
No, we don't
cool.
get nameplates.
All right. So her name is Essie Jana, if anybody cares for her last name, DJANA. And as she comes in here and welcomes in, stepping over Chazira, she kind of nods to this guy sitting there, and she says, "Oh, everybody, meet Ignacy. Ignacy is one of the people here in this dorm as well. Another initiate with us. I'm so sorry. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Essie. Can I have your well?
Nice to meet you. I'm Arafe.
By the way, fun fact: I did not have a last name for
I'm-
Hideaki at this point until like 15 sessions later.
This is Nim.
Hello, Nim.
I am
Sorry, I was really focused on how awesome you are. Sorry about that. I'm Hideaki, and this is Overnoza.
A pleasure to meet you both.
I am R2. Thank you.
Yes, of course. And this is, and then you kind of like look. She looks behind to this little knoll, who, upon you guys entering, and like realizing there were new people coming in, she turns around and she's freaking gone, and you just hear this squeak as she like runs with her chicken, and ducks behind this couch. Oh, and that's Anchor Root. It's okay.
Is she scared of you?
No. She is just a little anxious. I think new people scare her a little.
That's fair. He does now, but that's fair. Oh shit! Sorry.
Sorry.
Arafe is actually going to like sit on the floor, facing them, and just wave from a distance.
So you kind of step in here, and you guys are. Oh, do you have control over your own tokens?
We do.
Yep.
Or
Okay.
I do, at least.
Okay, good. So you should. I moved you in, Arafe, in here, but you can see where she is.
Okay.
So are you trying to approach?
No, I just sit down on the floor to like, so that I can see her and show that I'm not going to approach, but just give her a small wave.
She maybe peeks out, like kind of hearing footsteps come in and seeing you come close. Like you just see her eyes go wide, and she like gets even further back, so she doesn't. You can't see her. She just She thinks she's hiding right now.
Fair enough.
Tal's gonna step, while that's happening, Tal's gonna step over to this gentleman on the couch and with a smile, reach a paw out and say, "Hello, I'm Tal."
Oh, and he kind of stands up and he takes your hand and gives a gracious bow. Welcome, Tal. My name is Ignacy, as Essie here has introduced. And he gives you this very, like, polished smile. I wish you all to, of course, come in here and get settled. Choose your room. If you ever need anything, I do sell some alchemical items for a reasonable fee. If you ever need anything, I am here. Again, welcome. And he gives a kind of a bow for everybody.
Would most at this school not be able to craft their own?
Kind of looks at you. No, some have more of a talent for it. Some do not wish to spend their time doing so.
Understood.
Very well. Well, I simply wanted to welcome you all. And he kind of stands up, grabs his book, and walks away around the corner.
What's in the book?
He kind of just glances over his shoulder. Why?
Because books are awesome, and I've run out of books, and so I'm call me curious.
Curious you shall remain. And he walks away.
I spin around looking over Nosda. We're gonna find out what's in that book, right?
And I'm gonna make sure I know which way he's going here, because I need to start familiarizing myself. Oh, actually.
God,
You actually see him
it's-
walk right across here and enter this room.
And he's gone.
Side quest. Find out what's in the book.
He still doesn't know.
Right,
A year and a half later.
What's in the box?
I do think at this point, like, with him kind of walking by, Ark would glance up at the knoll and be like, "We can't see you. I just want you to know."
He gives out this, like, terrified squeak of just, like, oh! And she, like, tries very, very hard to bury herself between the wall and the couch behind there.
Ark, let her think that she's hidden.
Why?
Because she's scared and it makes her feel safe.
But if she was hiding from someone who is dangerous, she needs to know that she is actually hidden, or she would not be safe.
But we're not somewhere dangerous, are we?
But the school is to learn.
Come. Let's give poor Anchor Root a break. And I will show you the dorms. You can pick your rooms, and I'll show you the baths and all the fun features. Come. And
Pediac is like
so,
processing all so much has happened in the last like 45 seconds in his mind. He's just like, I'm gonna learn so much. Oh my god.
Also, I have put find out what is in Ignacie's book in my quest log.
Nice.
It is now an
Fucking
official
love
side
it.
quest.
It's officially a quest.
Ding!
oh no, what have I done?
the slash is
Better
still
come up with
there's
something
no slash
good
to
in that
that.
book.
It's still we still don't know.
Fuck around and
Oh,
find
I
out.
know what's in that book.
29 episodes later.
If Arc was an arc, and hopefully this will become a quest in the future, but I really want to put teach this Knoll proper self-defense so it's not scared kind of thing, you know. But not currently, because that's not arc.
Fair enough.
Okay, so in the entranceway, up here, and she kind of like gestures to the first room, kind of that opens out into the what's this called? Oh my god, common room. That's a word. And that she says that is Okoro's room. Down here, and she points to the second one. That is. She kind of gestures back to the doorway, Shazira's room, and she continues down as you. But come, your rooms are this way.
Ark, as we go by, don't look at Anchor Root.
I'm having such a
Don't see
fucking
her.
weird deja vu moment right now of like
Arc
conversations that could happen
listens, nods,
in the next few
and then
episodes.
immediately looks at the mirror. Not as
kinda
not
metagaming,
like
though, so I
normal
won't.
people would trying to stop, but like as a defiance type thing almost. Like a
Fighting words.
yeah, like a I don't need to listen to you type thing.
Damn.
Oh.
This obstinate toddler. That's what Ark is.
He's 5
Nothing
years
changed.
old,
You're
guys.
5 years old.
It's 5. No.
Out of
Mind you-
terrible twos and you're terrorizing threes, okay? Let's behave now. You're in preschool.
But toddlers are cute.
Well, 5 kindergarten, right?
Like, yeah, 5 is kindergarten, isn't it?
Oh god.
Yeah, sure is.
By the way, as you do look though, Ark, her head is like buried in the couch. Like you see her whole second, like the rest of her body is out there, but she at least can't see you.
Okay.
Aw.
If that's the case, I think Arc would step over there for a second
Give me one second.
and stay away enough to where like probably right here.
There we go.
To where they could hear the Arc's voice. And even hearing Arafe call Arc from behind would just keep walking and say, "Excuse me, I don't mean you any harm, nor do any of these companions. But if something did, this would not save you." And then he'll begin to walk away.
When
We do
you
that a lot.
walk over and then you first kind of like speak, she jumps and like winces as she hits her head in this tight space, and then she kind of like she's just shaking honestly, and as you walk away, she like so sorry. And she just runs and she books it around this corner and just
I think Arc will walk back to the group, thinking that while the emotions aren't what he was hoping, the creature would now be safe from something that was actually posing a danger.
I'll say specifically, just telepathically to Overnoza, I think that they've read Art of War as well.
yes, I love that.
I forgot about that.
And Essie
This
looks
is
at
so
you,
fun.
Ark, at doing this as well, and she has this frown on her face.
Man.
But she doesn't say anything. Like, this is her job right now, so she's gonna do it. So we have a free down here on the left. Actually, if you go down the main hall out here, there's another room. So both of these are available, as well as these two. And she kind of continues, and she's just gesturing down. So like, I think you guys can see the doors and where they are at least. But this is door for room 1, door for room 2. And if you continue down here, there's a little hallway with a door for another room. So basically, here and here, there's 2 sets of rooms that are absolutely up for grabs for both of you, for all of you. And then up this little hallway as well, there is an additional 2 sets of. So you have all
The situation
of,
was pretty wild, I remember.
6 rooms to choose from.
What do we
if you
choose?
wish.
Is anyone wanting roommates, or does anyone want their like own personal space?
Oh, each of these rooms has 1 bed and standard furniture. Typically, it's a room per person.
Oh, we all get our individual rooms?
Yes.
Oh,
Get
Some are
get-
bigger than others.
okay.
Tal looks
cool.
completely perplexed.
Makes a lot of sense knowing
Which
what I
ones
know
would
now.
Provide the most personal space.
Oh, which ones are bigger? Probably these 2 down here.
Okay, I will observe those.
Alright, so I'm gonna just open these doors for y'all, because
Thank God.
that way you can look inside. Each room does have, like I said, a bed, a standard, like, issued side table and desk. And I think maybe, like, a bookshelf. Let's do... I'm trying to... Here comes the dynamic lighting
Let us
fun.
in. It's like
Dynamic lighting!
a GIF. Let us in.
P.S. Just so you know, from a GM perspective, it is not staying unobserved, if that makes sense, or staying observed.
Good word.
Oh, the dynamic lighting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
we'll fix that
No
later.
sweat.
But I just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
I will fix that for next time. Thank you.
Still worked out pretty
I'm
well.
happy to take a smaller room if people want something bigger.
Will there be enough room for you and your dragon?
Yeah,
In a
because I
smaller
can if it's a space situation, I can unmanifest him.
Yeah, make
no
him
big deal.
go back to the astral plane, you bitch.
Waffles is not sure if this is an oversight, but I think Ark would immediately ask, if I am to room with a stranger, why is there only 1 bed in each room?
No, you're not. It's 1 room per person.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry, that's Waffles' fault. I thought you said there were multiple.
Yeah,
people per
no,
room.
I fucked it up too, Waffles. You're good.
In your
Also,
defense,
yes.
I was offering, so like, yeah, you were offering,
See?
so don't feel bad.
Who wants
He
to
just
sleep
assumed.
in my room?
Yeah, right, exactly.
I'm
Party
walking around-
in room 309.
I'm walking around with this dynamic light, and I'm like, that's a double bed. That's a double bed.
Room 309 is the gamer room at the con.
Yep, you knew exactly the reference I was going for.
Hey!
So
That's why I
you
started our
choose
best
your
friends now.
rooms and feel free to actually choose your. She kind of continues, and when she mentions that yes, the sizes, she kind of laughs and says like, sometimes when some of the people here are playing cards, they might bet to trade to the bigger rooms and things like that. I know Hybrim was rather upset. All in good fun, of course. But yes, so Nox here. Hybrim is up there. And she's just pointing and giving you names that you are sure not to remember, which is fine. We'll find a way to maybe label these later, or however. And so over down here, there's actually baths on both sides. This is the east bath. It's slightly cooler than the west bath. And she welcomes you in. Do I have? I sure wish I didn't have to open all these for y'all.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I mean, y'all can open doors. The baths are not locked.
There's so much innuendo here. I'm just gonna call it out. I'm not gonna go into it any deeper than that, but I love it.
I mean,
so I opened them on
Go
both
fuck
sides.
yourself.
Down below, and I'll just to make this a little bit faster and a little bit easier. So up above is the bath. So the east bath is here. And where's the other one? Down there is the washrooms. So like bathrooms are down there. Same thing side. As you guys explore though, in the east bath, what is? Can it just everybody roll me a perception check?
That's my best screen size. I like room. Yeah,
Rolls.
mine is king, and I live alone. Well, my
Natural
older brother
20.
actually lives behind
Hell
me.
yeah.
Or lives with me. but
Amazing.
He's only he has his own bedroom. Yeah, I bought a fucking California king for me, myself, and I. I don't give a
Total
fuck.
of 15.
So total of
Oh,
24.
we fucked up.
Oh, yeah. I think this would be a good
Actually, my
thing
dog
to cover in,
sometimes
a
listen to
little
that.
bit of rules
But-
talk. In Pathfinder 2e, you can critically succeed at skill checks and critically fail.
Yep,
If you ever roll
by 10.
10 over the DC.
10 over
under the
minus
DC,
10.
That's a
Is that
critical
right?
success and a critical fail.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's fucked my ass up big time.
15, 17, natural
I very
20
rarly
for a
critically
total
succeed,
of
but people
24.
definitely critically succeed against me.
24.
Yeah, 24.
And then Arafe, what was that for you?
24.
24. Okay. So yeah, actually,
We have apparently
Can't
lost
do it.
cameras.
I can't exactly when she's not protecting the house. As one does.
Yeah, we have. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Overlay shenanigans.
What is going
Come
on?
on.
Did you minimize zoom? Because if you minimize zoom, then the
Yep.
cameras disappear.
That's
Yep.
what I had that happen on Tuesday and blew up my overlay. It was great.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
you two are in the same room? What?
Nani?
It was
Yo, we
each
could-
room to one person.
Yeah, hey. Hang on a second.
You made the rules. It's all good. This is so fun, you guys.
This is so
I'm
much
It's
having
true.
such a
This is
good
great.
time.
I was and I am. Oh, I exist now.
Don't forget, everybody, there's a giveaway here coming up at
Yeah.
the end of the game.
Look at me being a good-ass streamer,
Don't forget
okay?
about it. And, as Waffles mentioned earlier, if you're a subscriber, you have 2x
Get two.
chances to win.
Yep.
If my memory is correct.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yes.
don't come sue me or something.
Fabulous. Crowd control by Duval over here.
Oh, man.
I
Fucking
apologize. My
boom.
first time for production again. I
Boom.
may have
You're
accidentally.
doing
Don't
great.
even worry
You're
about
doing
it.
really good.
Thank
we're
you,
good.
chat,
Waffles, you are
for
doing
letting
great.
us know that because
Yes.
I
Yes.
You're
down
not
and
here.
saw that.
It-
So
yeah,
Chat.
you did great.
You
Thank you.
fam.
thank you.
The podcast experience, you got it.
Giving you the podcast.
Got
a little
'em.
taste. A little taste. It
Little
actually was
taste of the.
advertisement just
so
for
good
you
at this.
to tune into the
We
podcast
did it. We
version.
did it on purpose, baby.
Did it on purpose.
Planned.
All right,
Perfect.
fab.
Yeah, this is
All right,
really
so,
emotional for me.
Yeah,
So
so everybody
amazing
who
to see
rolled
these,
17 or higher.
how different these
So
characters
you
are.
haven't been to the other baths
So much
yet,
innocence.
but here you do see it. She kind of mentions that this one just sees less than the other one, probably because most of the residents are on that side and this has been empty. And as you kind of look around, there's for some reason this is where people decide to leave their laundry. So there's kind of like heaps of clothes in different areas, kind of like up in the top left corner of the room. And then Ark, Arafe, Hideaki, vaguely you see a little bit of movement under the clothes.
Hello.
Oh boy.
I'm going to approach it.
At the same time, you see a medium-sized copper dragon come up with you, and open nose like, "Go, let's see what's under there."
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Um,
pull up some of the
yeah, so
laundry.
it's a little bit of like overflowing like cloth in like a wicker basket in that corner. So as you move, suddenly from within the basket.
Look, I've lost weight
Hold on,
from
I want
this
this for
video.
effect. Hold on.
Or gained, I don't know.
I must pick. Hold on.
No, you got this.
Take your time.
Right click, layer.
Yep, I know
That's
exactly how that
okay.
feels. I know that.
Yep.
I know that feels so hard.
Yeah, I do.
The Roll20 management along with this, I was not prepared for.
It's okay.
Hard.
So
It is
all of
really
a sudden,
difficult.
kind of like from within the folds of clothes are these. It's very weird. There's these like, if you can see them now, little frogs? Question mark? But they're not frogs. They're made out of cloth.
Okay.
It's kind of cute. Hello. What are you doing here?
As you disturb it though, they kind of like at first they're not moving. There you go. That's the thing.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Oh, cute.
They just like folded cloth in there, and they're like,
Wow.
as soon as you open that up though, they kind of pop out outwards onto the floor, and you're like, oh, hello. And we're gonna roll initiative next week.
Oh man.
Okay.
Hold on. I have
2 weeks.
In 2
In
weeks.
freaking 2 weeks.
Oh man, that's so fun. Wow. Oh my god, that was so fun. Wow. That was really
Sorry,
special
a little.
to watch with everyone. Damn. Wow. So yeah, so that was Outcast and Outclassed. Episode numero uno. What did you think? Damn, this was so fun. So if you've been living under a rock, I've been doing a couple polls, and actually, Yulia 5-year original story actually was the initial winner of the poll, but I forgot that I didn't add Outcast and Outclassed to it, and then Outcast and Outclassed won the second poll, which made sense because it had a larger audience. So we're gonna do both. So next week we're gonna watch Eulilia 5-year Redwall story together, which is my first amphitheater related actual play that I ran, which I'm incredibly proud of. So ultimately, thank you so much for hanging out and watching this one with me. Maybe I'll, you know what? Since we got a little bit of time left, why don't we watch the opener of Eulilia 5-year Redwall story together? Because I think that'd be fun before figuring out where we're rating to here. Oh man, it's just funny because there were some technical difficulties in episode 1 that made me really mad in hindsight, but damn, is there a really good opener for it? So we'll watch that together at least. Let me just move this up a little bit. Thankfully, had a really cool fucking band that was really keen to collaborate. So full screen, 16:9 again. There we go. So let's see.
Oh, Redwall story.
Oh yeah. Let me back up a little bit. God, I was so, like that. I will say, this is one of the few times in my life that I've been nervous. I do not get nervous. I get really, really excited, and my adrenaline skyrockets, and I just like go to town. This was a really for me scary situation, because we had some issues with some other people that were involved in the amphitheater that ended up leaving, and this I sort of created something out of nothing, and fortunately had some incredible shit happen. So really fast, we're gonna watch the intro together.
So, I think I did cover everything. So enough stalling, I suppose. Is everybody ready? Well,
let's go.
fucking Prince. I love him. I'm so glad he got to play in
Without
this
further
one.
ado,
Oh shit!
the gates of Redwall are about to open. So let's tell a Redwall story.
Such a great song. Shout out to the band Sire for answering a random dude's email.
Abbey built of red sandstone, dear to us as if our own. Cinder call across the land.
I haven't watched this one in a long time, like almost a year.
Shall feel the mountains head. You lay me in, my heart will sing. You lay me in, the bells will.
That quote made me cry the first time I saw it, because fucking Maddie did not tell me he was putting that in there. So good. Man. Wow. Can't wait to tell some stories about this particular show. We're gonna talk about that on Wednesday of next week. So batten down the proverbial hatches because oh, that's not the right one. There it is. So yeah, so it's gonna be a good ass time. I'm really super duper stoked. Super fucking Prince. He's the best. So ultimately super grateful that you decided to at any point during tonight to hang out. Let's see who's on the line, as the kids say. Who is up and about at this dynamic hour, hanging out here on the Valentine Day. But ultimately, I'm really glad that we did this, because I was really fascinated to see who might be down to clown / hang out with your boy. So ultimately, thank you mega so much. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid over to our dear friend Zilzaddy, friend of the show. They're playing some dirt. But before we go, a couple things of note. So we're gonna get actually Arkenhold University episode 2 is actually already live on our YouTube channel. If you've not been watching that show, you fucking better fix it. It's really fucking good. Maddie has done some incredible some incredible shit, and the cast is just outstanding. Dream come true over there. So that's been bi-weekly Thursdays. That's the opposite week of Outcast and Outclassed. So that was last week that happened. And really special. So come and watch that and then catch up for when we do episode 3 in a little bit. In the meanwhile, so tomorrow, over on That's How We Roll _ Twitch channel, Fantastic Kings and Where to Find Them, the finale of our episode, or not episode, of our sixth episode adventure is going live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time over there. I'm really excited about that. That's going to be an emotional one as well. And then on Thursday and Friday, we just watched episode 1 of Outcast and Outclassed. Episode 29 to 30 of Outcast and Outclassed over on twitch.tv/waffle-syrup. It's the end of the book 1 of the module that we've been running. And it's going to be emotional, I'm sure. And climactic as hell. there will be battles, I'm sure, and things might not go our way, but we'll see. I believe it. I believe we're gonna be okay. I fucking hope we're gonna be okay, but we'll see. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and raid now over on Zeal Zaddy, but as per usual here on the Amphitheater, I'd like to remind you of a few of the following truths, and that's the fact that Black Lives Matter, trans rights are motherfucking human rights. Stop AAPI hate. If you don't have a uterus, you don't get some people with uterus, so do it theirs. It's not your uterus. Climate change is real. Please read some motherfucking comics because they're the reason why movies are any good anytime. Right now, we'll be back next week here on Tuesday night for Taldori Fields of Wonder episode, I think 18 or 19, which is pretty wild. That show has been outstanding. If you've not had a chance to check that out, it's also on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Again, thank you so much for being here and enjoying your Valentine's Day with me. It means a lot. So, without further ado, we're going to go hang out with the Zeal Zaddy over there. Watch him play some D&D. Thank you so much as always, and see you very soon. Oh yeah, either way, Sundays over on So Many Games, either Duval Dragons, which just celebrated its 48th episode last Sunday, so climbing to the 50th episode here pretty soon, and then lastly, Dragonlance Dragons Rebirth here coming next Sunday. Stay tuned. Me and Matt are gonna kill each other. Great. Have a good night.